Celtics. WBCFM and HD Boston 98.5. The Sports Hub. Beasley Media Group station celebrating 65 years of broadcasting. Sports Hub headlines.
Peyton Tolley threw 6 shutout innings, and the Red Sox won an actual home game last night, 8-1 over Baltimore at Fenway Park. Wilyer Abreu with 2-run homer and 3 RBIs to lead the offense. Brian Bayo is expected to pitch in some capacity for the Sox this afternoon in the final game of this 3-game series. ESPN reported yesterday the Sox are aggressively looking to add a right-handed bat to their lineup. At the NBA Finals, San Antonio couldn't hold a 14-point third-quarter lead. The Knicks rallied for a 105-95 win in Game 1. Jalen Brunson scored a game-high 30 points.
I think we know what we have to do. I think we're a pretty together group. Be able to trust each other and still just continue to fight, have each other's back, and just know that we got to keep chipping away.
Well, Victor Wembanyama shot 6 of 21 from the field. He finished with 26 points and 12 rebounds for the Spurs. The Knicks have won 12 straight playoff games now. Game 2 of the finals is tomorrow night. Commissioner Adam Silver told the media last night a decision whether or not to expand to Las Vegas and Seattle should be made by the end of the year. Las Vegas will visit Carolina tonight in Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals, up 1-0. And in NFL news, Green Bay's Micah Parsons will be out until at least mid-October. He is rehabbing after ACL surgery. The Patriots, by the way, host the Packers October 8th. Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by John Sewer and Drain Cleaning, 24-hour on-call service for your clogged drain emergencies. Go to johnsewer.com. I'm John Wallach of Boston's Home for Sports, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Your next update at 6:30.
Attack for him, deep three, violent two-hand slam. Wow.
98.5 The Sports Hub.
Ladies and gentlemen, I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Toucher
Yes, I finally shaved my nuts.
and Hardy
Who, me?
Just hanging around.
on 98.5.
Fingerman, heard about you.
Yeah.
We're Costco guys. Of course we go shopping while eating a chicken bake.
That's gross.
Not a great cook, but I do cook.
When I asked him about the sides,
Kick them in the balls.
I don't care about it, but it's not good behavior.
Blaze Bailey is omitted.
Toucher and Hardy
We're the best friends that can be, my buddy and me.
on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Let's go.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning. We are Toucher and Hardy, Town Fair Tire Studios, 617-779-0985. You can watch us on YouTube. Subscribe to 98.5 The Sports Hub on YouTube. And that might have been the bartender.
I think just be honest with him.
Yeah, that was when Barth was asked. He did one segment one time called the Barth Tender because it sounds Barth, bar, tender, the Barth Tender. And a guy called in. He said, he says, I'm gay. Should I come out to my parents? And in comes the improvisation.
I think just be honest with him.
Yeah. There you go. Does he have kids?
I don't think so. I don't think he's married.
Okay.
Well, I mean, or has kids. You know, Fred, you can have kids and not be married.
I'm not sure that's true.
Oh, it's true.
But I just can picture if he had kids and they're like, Dad, like, I'm gay. And he's like, nah, hello, lady.
I think I might be gay, and I want to know how you think I should come out to my family and close friends.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
Wow. Well, hope the young man figured it out.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that he got a lot of help from the bartender.
Well, you certainly knew that it was an easy decision based on Barth, really like sticking it. That's a lot of pressure on you. This is a huge one. I don't know. Oh, boy, don't feel too comfortable.
I don't know what you should do.
Because it's going to be bad.
The thing
Either
about
way.
thing about bartenders, people think bartenders have a lot of jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Once you tend bar for a while, you realize, no, as a bartender, your main job is to listen to a lot of jokes. And people come up to your bar, they think they have jokes, and you have to listen to the jokes.
Wait, it's not like Cocktail?
Oh no! Well,
Not like Cocktail at all?
Okay, obviously, Cocktail's a documentary, so you have that has that going for it.
Yeah.
I think they took some dramatic license, though.
You know what Cocktail's based on? And I'm not joking. It is based
Applebee's?
on TGI Fridays in the first TGI Fridays in Manhattan.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, like that first bar that he works at, where they're wearing they're wearing TGI Fridays uniforms, and they're flipping bottles around and stuff. That's how the first TGI Fridays was in Manhattan.
Oh,
the first bar, not like the fancy bar, but the first bar he was at.
Yeah,
They're like literally wearing the uniform, and that's what it was based on. They used to flip the bottles around and stuff, which would drive me insane.
What part is a patron or is a
patron
as a bar back having to mop up all the spilled triple sec and
yeah, but if I was a bar back, it would bug me too. But as a patron, it would really bother me as well because I think you could make 5 drinks in the time it took you to make one. But you know, I worked at a TGI Fridays for one day.
Oh,
I did. You had to come in on when it was closed and do a training session where they had a regional guy come in. He wasn't a guy that worked at that particular restaurant. He was a regional guy. And we at one point had to sit around the bar. It was not to be a bartender, it was to be a waiter. And he's like, now the important thing is that you get the drink glasses right. And he said, so there's 17 kinds of drink glasses, and here we go. And he goes, and if you order a bubble and you put it in a chocolate cuckoo drink glass, the hand of God will come down. And I went, okay, bye.
Okay.
That's enough for me. Thank you.
We kicked that around. We were going to do that as a segment, one-day jobs. Because you've had one, I've had at least one. I don't know if Wally had any, but
not a one-day job.
I think we counted my jobs one day before I got into radio, and it was like 15. So I had, if you use one day loosely, if you go less than a week, I mean, out of those 15, probably 9 were less than a week. So yeah, I mean. There wasn't a lot of incentive to stay at the job when I could literally just walk next door and get a job there.
Yeah. Go to Tchotchkes and see if they're hiring.
I mean, I worked at the half-off card shop. I mean, these are the Farmington Hills places. Chili's. The ground round was very, very brief. The manager brought me in to fire me. I'd gotten the job, and it was good because I was training at the ground round, but I had to leave for college like 2 weeks after I started training. So I was like, oh, the training, they pay you minimum wage plus you get like a little share of the tips.
Nice.
So the minimum wage is, higher than a server's salary. So I was like, this is fine. I don't have any pressure on me. I don't really have to do anything, and I'll just get minimum wage. And, so I was dicking around and like not paying attention and stuff. And the manager called me into the office and he's like, oh, you suck, da-da-da-da-da. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to have to let you go. And I go, oh, that's cool because I got to leave for college anyway, like in a couple days. And he goes, what? He was mad at me because he like wanted to like really show me up. And I'm like, and I'm like, no, I'm going to college. So this is actually kind of good because I was going to quit anyway. And he's like, you're not leaving for college. And I go, oh, I certainly am leaving for college. I go to college in Florida. I'm leaving in 2 days. I'm like, I was going to leave soon anyway. And he's like, Jesus Christ, I knew it. I knew you were going to. And then he starts yelling at me. Like he was yelling at me because he couldn't make me feel bad by firing me.
Yeah.
He's jealous you game the system. That's the other part of it.
No, it was entirely that he was pissed off that I could have said if I'm leaving and going to college and I had like left him in the lurch that he would be pissed off. That I understand. But he was trying to get off on firing me, and I did not care. for that reason, is that I was going to quit anyway. I was screwing you over this whole time. And then he had the audacity to get pissed at me. And then I thought it was funny. I wanted to see how long he'd get mad for. I worked at a driving range and I got fired from there right away. That was in Farmington Hills. Yeah, a lot of wash dishes at a restaurant when I was younger, and I got fired from that right away. The Buggy Works. Got fired from that.
Oh,
right
yeah,
away.
nice.
Yeah.
You telling that story, the manager getting pissed off because he couldn't fire you. I just looked it up. There was relatively early days of reality TV. There was a show called The Restaurant, and the chef's name was Rocco DiSpirito. You remember this at all?
I remember that name.
Yeah, right? So they had like some horrible night in the restaurant, and like two of the servers and one of the line cooks or something, they all just quit. They're like, this place sucks. This guy doesn't know what he's doing, and they walked out pretty much like, mid-shift. They're like, no, we're done. Now, whether it was real or not, who knows? But it looked relatively real for reality TV. Like, no, we're done. And he was so pissed off. He called them back in the next day, made them all come in. And I remember seeing this, and he was like saying how unprofessional they were. And he said, never darken my doorstep again. And they're all sitting there like, we quit. We walked out of here last night. You can't call us back in here to fire us after we already quit.
Oh, man.
Save your unemployment. Do whatever, however you can cook your books on this one. But yeah, no, you don't get to say never come back here. We walked out and said we're never coming back. Sorry to, kind of, get the upper hand on you on that one.
Yeah, that's the thing about like suburban chain restaurants and retail stores is that it's got to be very hard to hang on to employees because you can just leave and like anywhere will hire you. At least back then, you just walk in and they'd hire you that day. Like it wasn't very difficult. Like if you got fired or you didn't like the job or you wanted to half-ass it, it was literally sometimes going to the literal next door and just going, hey, will you hire me? Like at Blimpies. When I worked at the Blimps and I got fired from there too. But that was in high school.
I didn't get fired, but I had a one-day job at Sunglass Hut. And that was when I was doing nights on the radio in Lansing at the station that you applied to, Fred, and they said, you stink and you'll never be on the radio.
The Edge in Lansing was like, you suck.
92.1 The Edge, WWDX, St. John's, Lansing. And this guy called in every once in a while, and he was the manager of the Sunglass Hut in the mall in Okemos. And he was like, dude, with your profile on the radio, he said, man, you could like drop in a couple of hints at like what you're doing during the day. You sell like one pair of Maui Jims. You sell a couple pair of Ray-Bans during the day. You get commission on that. You're going to make a ton. And I was like, that sounds pretty good because I was literally making $5 an hour, doing 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. on the Edge. I was making $20 a show after tax. It wasn't a lot.
Sure.
Wasn't enough to pay the bills. So I go into the Sunglass Hut thinking, all right, I'll try this. It was situated in where you get the crossroads in a mall, where the two big walkways come together.
Yeah.
Well, it was a small corner shop so that you could access it from, two of the walkways.
Right.
Just a tiny little thing, but there was nowhere to hide. I don't even think it had like a back room. It had a closet behind, almost like a half U-shaped counter. Mm-hmm. But you just had to stand behind that counter. And I stood behind that counter with that guy for like 3 hours one day and just had people coming in to buy sunglasses or for the most part, not. And I said, I can't do it. He's like, all right, what'd you think? I'm like, great, man. I'm going to make so much money here. This is going to be awesome. And I never went back. I got all the training I needed, and I said, it's never. The phone rang and I wasn't expecting the call, I just didn't pick it up for like 2 weeks. That guy called me back. hadn't really filled out paperwork or anything yet. It was just, the first day. I was like, can't do it.
Well,
can't do it.
Right before I got full-time radio or whatever, like radio where I was like working there during the day, like the administrative job that led to the on-air at 99X, I was working at a Borders, and I just stopped showing up. And I think I've told you guys this before. Like 3 weeks later, I got like a message on their answering machine. They're like, "Hey, Fred, this is Gail at Borders. Noticed you hadn't been in a while. Wondering if I could put you on the schedule for this week." Like I just hadn't showed up for work for 3 weeks, and she was still like,
Gail.
They like just needed people like so badly.
All the academics decided they wanted to read or
Oh
something.
my God. The people that worked there were so funny. They all had, like, the people that had worked there for a long time all had, it seems like a trope and that I'm making it up and I'm not. They didn't all have, but there were like there was this clique of people that had been there for a long time. Say there was like 3 or 4 of them that had PhDs in like the most random crap and they couldn't work. Like it wasn't from Harvard or anything. It was like from whatever Atlanta school. Like, and they had, like Sanskrit, doctorate in Sanskrit or something. And they carried themselves as intellectuals. But it's like, you guys have been here for 5 years. Like, I get it. Like, I'm not trying to I'm not trying to get in your way, but like you're bopping around like you guys have accomplished something. I'm like, I don't know if that's the case. You have the same job I do.
That was the best when working in a chain restaurant or something like that, and you had to read the manual and understand all the principles and the core values of this, and they really wanted you to make that restaurant like part of your identity, the in and out of the workplace, and they'll always be thinking about the company, what's best for it, and they're like, look around you. Most of the people in here are between the ages of 19 and 24. They're not looking to make this a career. Out of the 30 people you have on staff, one of them might be here in 2 years. But for the rest of everyone else, like, what are you doing? You're really wasting your breath and your energies trying to get us all on board with, what the direction is for, Hula Hands Incorporated. Like, well, happy to be here, and for the most part, we'll do a good job, but I'm not buying into the culture of hula hands.
Right.
And, I'm gonna be gone. My daughter started training for a job 2 days ago, and she was telling me about it when she came home. Well, actually not until yesterday because she came home so late.
Right.
I was long in bed. So when I saw her yesterday, I'm like, "Hey, how did training go?" She's like, "Oh, good." I walked in, and the first woman that I met didn't know, who I was, what I was training for, this older woman. She's like, "All right, honey, first thing you need to know about me, I'm the one who doesn't give a bleep." And I said, "You stick close to her because you'll learn more from her, and she'll know way more than anyone else.
It's true.
And she will have you dialed in." I said, "Just shadow her."
Yeah.
The one who says, "Ugh, I don't give an F." I was like, great.
That's great.
That's perfect.
Yeah, speaking of like getting corporate to like upselling and stuff, so you check yourself out at Marshall's. I had to get my daughter, her birthday party's coming up this weekend, and she's making slime for her friends. Like she's making like a thank you basket, and slime's one of the things. So I had to buy this stuff.
Still doing that, huh?
I guess. And so like they're not making it at her house. Like they're going into the city, but she's giving like a gift pack. Yeah. I don't know. I think she just wants to make slime.
Okay.
And so I had to go buy the stuff with her, and like you check yourself out there. And while we're checking herself out there, so say it was like $30. They're like, you'll get 20. The lady comes up and goes, "Hi, you'll get 20% off of this if you get the Marshalls, not Marshalls, the
Kohl's?
The place that sells like hobby stuff.
Hobby Lobby?
No.
Michael's?
They're like the Michaels. They're like you'll get if you get the Michaels credit card.
Huh.
I'm like, no.
You're lucky I'm in here, madam.
No, I don't want the $6 off.
The last one of those that I signed up for, and my wife and daughter still use it, was the Nordstrom credit card. This was 13 years ago. The last time I bought a suit. When I walked in, and going shopping with my wife it's quick, I'll give you that, but it's terrifying because she doesn't comparison shop. She doesn't care about value. She sees something, she's like, that one, that shirt, that belt, those shoes, done, right?
Great.
I said, how much is it? She goes, it doesn't matter. That's the color. That's going to look good on you. That. I'm like, okay. So
Not great.
We take it up and they ring everything up. I'm like, holy crap. Are you kidding? And she's unfazed by it, which leads me to believe she does this all the time.
Yeah.
Just goes buys clothes that she thinks look good, and
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what they cost. That's what I want, and that's what I'm getting. But when they offer the Nordstrom credit card for the 20% off that day, I said, yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Especially 13 years ago. I wasn't going to turn my nose up at what it amounted to probably couple $100.
Yeah.
By the time she got done picking stuff out, I'm like, I'll take it.
I just didn't realize the more credit cards you open, the more that it affects your credit rating for a while. So, like, if I bought furniture, I get the credit card. If I bought something at Best Buy, I get the credit card. I go, like, why not? And then I'm like, oh, this isn't smart.
And then when
I'm
they
opening like 12 lines of credit.
Yeah, and I think when you close it, it doesn't necessarily help.
No,
it might even hurt more.
It hurts. No, you just got to leave them open at that point. Yeah. Because I'll get letters like that. We've cut your credit on this like whatever credit card. We've cut it down in half, and I'll be like, I have that credit card.
Yeah.
And they're like, due to lack of use, we're gonna cut like your thing. And I'm like, okay.
I got an alert that my credit score, dropped like, I don't know, something significant, like 30 points or something. I said, oh, what happened? And come to find out, my Michigan State University Federal Credit Union Visa.
When they it's very nice of them to offer those to college students. They did the same thing.
Yeah. Had trouble getting my my first home that and really I had extended myself buying that $98,000 condo in Las Vegas, that required me to come up with like a whole $3,000 down. But it did hold up because I had a 30-day late charge from like 5 years before that. Whatever. I had this credit card since 1989 is when I opened that account. And apparently recently I had gone a whole year without using it. I had a couple of recurring charges on it that would just keep it open. So they deactivated it. And I'm like, what happened? I paid the bill and they said, no, your longest line of credit is now closed. And that dinged your credit report because they shut it off. And it just shows that, oh, you were this outstanding, client with this credit card for, Jesus, what is it, 35 years or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And now it's gone. So, that hurts your credit. I'm like, oh, well.
Great.
Yeah, I'm looking at the amount of credit cards I have, and I'm like, I don't even know what these half of these things are. Like WFBNA card, last updated in 21.
Wells Fargo.
Oh, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we will be back in just a moment. We'll catch up with everything that happened last night.
You're listening to Toucher and Hardy on the Sports Hub.
Did you catch the game last night?
We are Toucher and Hardy. What happened last night's brought to you by Leonard Hair Transplant Associates, where your hair doesn't have to be a game of what happened. So change your lettuce and change your life with Dr. Matthew Lepresti at 1-800-GET-HAIR. Hardy, what is going on?
Game 1 of the NBA Finals last night in San Antonio as the Spurs hosting. God, I keep forgetting because there's so little conversation about them. They playing the Nets.
No, the Knickerbockers.
The Knicks. There does seem to be a fair amount of support for this Knicks team. But last night in San Antonio, Victor Wembanyama and the home team, in a very back-and-forth affair through the first two quarters, looked like they would have the slight edge.
Hart with Victor going in the wrong direction. Lays it up, rejected by Victor. Turned from the outside to the inside.
That shot was obliterated.
Wembanyama now will pull up for three. Wee-wee! Victor Wembanyama drains his first three of the game, and he's up to 5.
I said wee because he's French, Fred. I don't know if you...
Unnecessary to do every time. Unnecessary. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're fluent in French.
Thank you, Abdo. It wasn't just Victor Wembanyama, though, for the Spurs.
Down to 7. Fox directing traffic. Screen to Sell. Switched on to Brunson. Fox kick out right corner. Champagny 3. Yes, sir! His 5th 3.5. And then Wembanyama blocks the shot. And the heat by Bridges. And the Spurs go to the locker room up by 7.
5 threes in the first half, 0 after that, unfortunately.
Oh, thanks for spoiling it, John.
Yeah.
Spurs would go up 14 points in the third quarter. And then Jalen Brunson.
Tipped loose by Hart. It's Brunson on the attack. Left-hand layup. Got 2 more. Jalen Brunson's taken over the fourth quarter of game 1. Mitch Johnson needs timeout.
Yeah, he scored, I believe, 8 in a row.
Yeah.
Not for the team, but in the game.
Brunson holding it just across midcourt, defended by Vassell. 8 to shoot, right wing, crossover, right elbow, step back, pump fake, leans in, throws it up, and he knocked it down. Jalen Brunson, a ridiculous shot, and the Knicks have a 6-point lead. 38 seconds to go.
Yeah, and that shot he made there was impossible. But
it was impossible.
we've seen Brunson do this.
Yes.
He's one of the best clutch players in the league, so that's not surprising. But before we get to that, the first half was really weird for him. And 2 very strange things happened to him. And when they happened, I didn't think it looked very bad.
Okay, I think I know what you're going to say.
It happened twice. The first time, he was just standing there. Harrison Barnes gets kind of hit into him. It happens. You know, he was standing there, didn't see it coming.
Almost like an offensive lineman kind of rolled up on him.
Rolled up from the side. But it wasn't like the knee got caved in, and it wasn't like his foot was planted, and he collapsed like he had been kneecapped and hobbled back to the locker room.
Was literally hobbling when he was just trying to get down the sideline.
But came back and was fine. And then a play later in the first half where he went up and Luke Cornett went up and they came down and he kind of touched Cornett's foot when he came down. And all of a sudden he's hobbling again and the ankle didn't turn over. I don't know what the deal was with him in the first half. Neither injury looked bad, but it looked like he was going to miss the rest of the game. Yeah. And there he was in the second half, playing normally like he always has, making shot after shot. Very strange night for him.
Maybe he was trying to do that Willis Reed thing.
Maybe.
Yeah, you know, he had this vision of coming out of the locker room to great cheers.
Well, he came back out of the locker room once with one of the knees wrapped up with blood coming through it. I'm like, how did it get bloody?
I don't know.
Very
strange.
It wasn't what he got rolled into.
Or bloody enough to, like, soak through anything. Like, you know, like maybe you burned it on the court and a little bit of blood came out, but my God.
And even in that stretch at the end, he had a bit of a cold streak late in the fourth where he missed a few shots in a row, but the guy is
money.
He's money? You go so far as to say, Jonathan?
He is money.
30 points.
You're saying he's good in clutch time?
If I can borrow a line from Swingers, he's money.
Stop. 30 points. Karl Anthony Towns, 18 and 12 rebounds. Again, the 14-point second half deficit erased. Spurs take game 1, 105-99. 95. Knicks take that over the Spurs last night. And Victor Wembanyama said for as good as he was early on, that overall he did not have a good game and that he needs to be better. So they're relying on him an awful lot already. But
well, he wasn't great from the field, Wembanyama. Do you know what they were doing to him? How were they limiting Wembanyama like that?
I saw Towns play aggressively on him. It seems like they were doubling him when he got anywhere close to the paint. But do you have a different answer?
No, I don't.
I didn't.
Okay.
No, I was legitimately asking.
Oh, okay.
I went to sleep in the second half, but it's just that because the strategy I had heard is that they weren't going to use Towns defensively on him until late in the game because Towns tends to get in foul trouble, and they needed Towns last night to score.
Yeah,
especially with Brunson being off the court. So I wasn't trying to set you up so I could sound smart. I was actually asking you.
What you say is true though. That Josh Hart was on him at times. They used a lot of smaller guys on him, and the Spurs just didn't shoot well. If you take a look at everyone other than Champagnie, they were atrocious from three, including Wembanyama. I think as a team they were under 30%. A lot of nerves in the first half. A lot of missed shots. And, give New York credit. They played well in the second half. I think the Spurs only scored 40 points after halftime.
Yeah, the Spurs got to get it together a little bit here. That was a big win for the Knicks. Now this whole streak is continuing. They gotta right the ship here pretty quick, or this is going to get out of control. And if the Knicks win the championship, I heard Mad Dog talking about this yesterday. They're like, where do you put the Knicks? Like, I see everyone wearing their clothes and stuff. Where do you put them in New York? And he goes, what, you want to go by TV ratings? He's like, so put them behind the Giants and the Jets. Put them behind the Yankees and the Mets.
Yeah.
He's like, fifth.
Yeah.
Like,
Sounds
like,
right.
and so it's like, he's like, and they're like, but I see everyone. He was like, no. He's like, do you know the Jets? He goes, watch the ratings for a Jets game. It's going to be a regular season Jets game versus a regular season Knicks game. It's going to be like 100 times as many people.
That the Jets have no prayer of winning. Yeah.
Regardless. I'm not even talking about playoff game. Playoff game would be the same thing.
A regular season game where they're going to get rolled or expected to get rolled, and it's still going to have so many more eyes on
10
it than
20 times more people watching.
Yeah.
The difference, in my experience anyway, is that the Knicks fans are the loudest and most obnoxious next to Yankee fans. But I agree with you. Popularity-wise, they're behind those other four.
I think that
they're worse than Yankee fans because Yankee fans, there are maybe 55 million more Yankee fans than there are Knicks fans, and it's just that Knicks fans seem to crawl out of the corners. Like people. I mean, you go to Newport and there's like 80 guys wearing white jeans and Knick hats, or not Knick hats, Yankee hats. I mean, it's just part of the uniform. The Knicks things come out, only in final situations. Then everyone's the world's biggest Knicks fan. It's really annoying, really annoying.
There was
just hearing them call into radio. Knicks. What do you put in the Knicks? You put them as third highest in terms of what? In terms of popularity, huh?
Yeah.
He's like, what do you want to see? Who's watching him on TV? Get out of here with that. It's incredibly Mets, Yankees, Giants, Jets. Those are the four top teams.
Yep.
Maybe not in that order, but those are the four top teams.
Quite the atmosphere in San Antonio, though. I don't know what's going on with the different colored T-shirt sections.
No, I don't. Cool. I don't understand that either.
Okay.
I don't know.
But you could spot the orange Knicks T-shirts sprinkled in, in each one of those sections. But even the San Antonio fans themselves were problematic. Like the guy who ran onto the court in the middle of one play to get a selfie with Victor Wembanyama. I was asked about that after the game.
Victor, kind of a strange situation there at the end with the fan running up to you. Have you been in that situation before during a game? What was going through your head, and did you smile for the picture?
I've never been in that situation. I didn't know how to act. It really surprised me almost as much as that time where a bat crashed the court.
Oh, the bat. Do you don't remember that when the bat came down on the court?
Was Bauhaus there the day before, and then a bat fell to the floor? Peter Murphy couldn't contain the bat.
Wembanyama, though, was like smiling. He wasn't quite posing, but the guy ran out there and security is sprinting toward him, and Wembanyama's like, this is kind of fun.
No, it's not. What's wrong with you?
The guy looked pretty harmless.
I would have been scared out of my mind. A guy
Well,
rushes the floor like
big
that.
scaredy
you
cat.
wouldn't have. You wouldn't have been scared out of your
You
mind.
don't know what that guy's up to. You have no idea.
Well, then you're scared-
random guy rushes the floor in front of millions of people.
Then
You
you're
have no
scared the
idea.
whole game because anyone out there could do anything to you. This
Well, you
guy's
don't
not going to
think
do
about
anything.
that stuff until there's a guy running at you.
Is that why you Waldick everybody who tries to talk to you?
Yeah, are
when
you
meet
afraid
out
you're
in
going to
the
be
streets?
stabbed?
No, I'm not nearly popular enough. You guys, on the other hand,
Oh yeah,
I'd be looking
that's
over my
true.
shoulder if I'm you guys. There are plenty of people.
It just
who wanna
seems so
rush you.
odd to me if someone came on the court. Like, would Morgana the kissing bandit have driven you
Well, you
insane?
look and you see that woman. You're like, okay, this is something
This
different.
was like a kid that came out on the court.
She was a little top heavy for John's taste. I don't know if he would.
Yeah, he would like that if that was in the back.
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, what if Elke the Stallion came out to go take a picture with you? I don't think you would be so scared for
Well,
your
she'd
life.
be running in slow motion, not very quick. That one.
You don't know that.
He would just immediately lay down on his back on the court.
Yeah, he'd be like,
have at it.
He'd be like, I've fallen.
Someone take a
Someone
picture.
sit on me. Not anyone but her. I have a feeling John would pick and choose who he's afraid of. Yeah, you get some huge butted fatso out there to go sit on him, and he would love it.
Well, as I said, you have plenty of time to make up your mind what to think. They're not running at you very fast most of the time.
You've repeated that joke twice. Neither to great success.
Well, it didn't land the first time I was hoping.
You're trying to double it up. All
Yeah.
right, fair enough. All right.
That's an old Chris Rock technique. You can just say it twice.
Very popular comedian. Very, very popular money-making touring comedian.
You just said it twice.
See?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, keep doing that all show. Just repeat yourself.
No problem.
All right. We'll be back in just a moment. Here are the headlines.
Sports Hub headlines.
Red Sox beat Baltimore 8-1 at Fenway Park last night. Wilyer Abreu a homer, 3 RBIs, Peyton Tolley 6 shutout innings.
Toucher and Hardy.
No.
On the Sports Hub.
Hey. We are Toucher and Hardy. Julie. Julie, hello.
Hello, Fred. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Julie.
Hi, Julie.
So, driving in this morning and heard Ben Maller talking about the guy who ran on the court to get the selfie with Wemby. Apparently, he was very short, and the picture is him and Wemby's jersey number, but no face.
Oh, really? Now, is that true, or was that a joke by him?
Well, I guess to be honest with you, I wasn't 100% listening. Was it like I don't think it was the joke segment. It was not the thing at the end where they do true or false.
Okay.
He was talking about it, so I kind of think so.
All right. So the kid was short enough that did they arrest the kid?
That was not discussed.
Okay.
I imagine so. So somebody must have seen the photo to know that that's what it was and found the Instagram account somehow.
Right.
And probably, I'm sure security will then track him down and slap him with a wet noodle.
I just think that they probably got him off the court, but I just don't know if you get him off the court, do you go then and book him into jail? I mean, I just don't know what you do from
What
there.
is the charge? Is it trespassing? What is it?
Like
The
disorderly
fan
conduct or
can
something?
likely expect a lifetime ban from the NBA. And it is a crime in Texas to enter a restricted area at a stadium. Criminal trespass and disorderly conduct are both possible misdemeanor charges, with the former punishable by up to 180 days in jail.
Yeah, which I hope they do. I would like to pay for that, especially in Massachusetts, if that ever happens. I would like it to come right out of my taxes.
Yes, I think he should go to jail for 6 months.
Right. For standing on the court.
Like the guy who threw that empty water bottle at Kyrie.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. You want to talk about the world being in a weird place.
Whoa. Boy, oh, boy.
The water bottle, the empty water bottle. Like, you shouldn't do what this is a disgusting crowd. Okay, that's right.
And then Kyrie made a meal out of it, and away we went.
Yeah, which you couldn't see happening from a mile away that was going to happen. I'm just thinking that you go onto the court and you get your photo taken, and then they remove you from the court. How do they ban you for the rest of your life? Now, I have heard this. You know, the comedy mothership, the Joe Rogan has moved the entire world of comedy to Austin, Texas. Everyone loves it.
Mm-hmm.
All the best comedians. And none of them are going to regret that move ever, especially now. And they go down there, and I guess when you go into the comedy spaceship or whatever, they not only take your ID and put it in a system, they take a photo of you. So the idea is that they have your ID in picture. So if you ever heckle or you ever cause trouble, they then have a visual record of you with your license, so they will never let you into the club again. Which seems very libertarian. Mm-hmm. It really it does seem like a libertarian dream that to have individuals take your identification and photo. You know, I'm being sarcastic because, again, we had a guy named Sebastian, not his real name, not Sebastian that comes in here.
Oh, yeah.
A guy that worked with us. He was the ratings expert back when radio stations had staffs. And his name was Sebastian, but it wasn't. And what's his last name? None of your business.
Nice.
And
Nice.
he carried two firearms on him.
Oh, nice.
At all times. But he was a libertarian, and he wouldn't give you his last name nor first name.
No.
So
I'm under no requirement to provide that information to you.
So if we're freewheeling less is more government people, why are you taking so many photos and asking for IDs? That I can't think of anything less libertarian than that. So pick a lane. You're only libertarian when it suits your purposes.
Mm-hmm.
Nah. See, it's my job to pick out the phonies.
Yeah. The hypocrites. So we got
hypocrite.
We got big road wins for two teams in the Cup final and now in the NBA finals.
Yeah,
but
dog.
There was a big win for a home team last night, huh?
3-2 to Abreu. Swinging a high drive down the right field line. Did he push it foul or is it fair?
Nah, he pushed it good.
Pushed it real good. Yo, 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 baby pop. Yeah, you. Come here. Give me a kiss. Better make it fast or
I'm
else
going to get pissed.
Can't you hear the music pumping hard like I wish you would?
I'm talking about doing me.
Now push it.
Push it good.
Smack it.
Home run, Willie Abreu. There it is. First one since the 8th of May. Down the right field line for
Smack
number
it.
7.
Flip it. Like
Yeah, the Red Sox lead it 3-0.
But to me, your flow's like Ronnie DeVos. Smack it, flip it like Mike Bivens. But to me, your flow's like Ronnie DeVos.
You sound just like the record.
I just love how he does that. He just is insulting people like that in the whole song. That's Danny Brown Monopoly. You get the reference. Smack it, flip it like Mike Bivens.
Yes, I do.
To me, your flow's like Ronnie DeVos.
Yes.
Saying Ronnie DeVos not so good.
Right.
Red Sox taking advantage of home field last night, too, when Baltimore had some issues.
They'll fly that one to center field. Alexander moves on. Can't see it. He lost it. That's going to fall. It's out of the track.
Sounds like my car keys.
The wall.
Why are you laughing? Don't do that.
He gets it. It's a little slice of life. John knows what's funny.
Can't see it. He lost it.
Blaze Alexander, ladies and gentlemen.
That's.
You want another one?
Can't see it. He lost it.
Oh. Just when I needed it.
Come on, give him a guffaw.
No, not on that one.
Then moves on.
Can't see it.
Was it delivery or content?
Delivery.
The line was gold.
Spot on. Delivery.
I didn't do it in threes.
Oh. It's twos.
Moves on.
Can't see it.
He lost it. That's going to fall. It's out of the track. It's out.
What is it, the stock market?
Every time you do that, a little piece of Hardy dies inside.
Oh, because he knows I'm trying to be funny, too. So.
Up against the wall. Yeah. One run is in.
Okay, so what? What do you just assault someone? They put you up against the wall.
Just checking against June 4th. I'm just thinking, how many more weeks of this are we going to have?
There's a lot of baseball still to be played.
I know.
We got a long way to go.
I know.
Here comes Yoshida rounding. A throw home. It's up the line. Another lost ball at Fenway. That has burned both teams tonight, but it's burned Baltimore a lot worse. Red Sox get 2 on that to lead it 5-0.
Full disclosure, once Red Sox were up 3-0 in this one, I switched over to basketball and never went back to
Probably a smart
Hardy.
move.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
You know what also burned both these teams?
What's that, Fred?
America's tax plan. You know?
I thought you were going to go more literal with UV rays, but that's better.
No, I'm really on a political jag right now.
We need to get you a piano. Tax increase. Blink a blink a blink. What was that guy's name?
No, was it a guy or was it the Capitol Steps were one of them?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. I there's a bit we've done at least twice where it's that guy who does the like 4 blind senators.
Yeah.
4 blind senators. Look at them not pass bills. And like we've
The audience is eating it up.
Well, they're all honestly, there's no one under the age of 80 there.
Mark Russell.
We've done bits involving Mark Russell, but every time we've done them, I have gotten the strange feeling I literally am the only one who thinks it's funny. If you want to do a Mark Russell bit tomorrow, I am 100% on board. Maybe you have a way that you think that you can do it that will resonate with anyone but me. But I love it. It's so horrible that it's just delightful.
Mark Russell, who died at the age of 90 in 2023, was once asked, do you have any writers for your material? Quote, oh, yes, 100 in the Senate and 435 in the House of Representatives.
So those bozos do it all on their own. Thank you. Check, please.
Red Sox get the win, 8-1. Peyton Tolley picking up the win last
Peyton
night.
Tolley's good?
Yeah.
All right.
Six innings.
Yeah, 6 innings,
No run.
6 scoreless. Okay. We will be right back. Farts, 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 farts. Who's going to wear our big fart monitor? We know Nick has one. Who will wear the other? Well, listen up. We'll tell you.
Toucher and Hardy, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines.
Red Sox rode 6 shutout innings from Peyton Toley to their 10th home win of the season, 8-1 over Baltimore at Fenway Park. Wilyer Abreu added a homer and 3 RBIs. Sox are now 10-20 in their own ballpark. They play the Orioles again at 1:35 this afternoon with Brian Bayo pitching in some capacity. In other team news, they placed infielder Eric Sogard on the injured list with a strained oblique. ESPN also adds Craig Breslow is aggressively looking to trade for a right-handed bat. At the NBA Finals, the Knicks won their 12th straight playoff game last night. They beat the Spurs in San Antonio 105-95 in Game 1 of the best of 7. Jalen Brunson scored 30 points, and Mike Brown saw Karl Anthony Towns add 18 to go with 12 rebounds.
He was amazing. I mean, the double-double was huge. He came up with some timely buckets for us.
Game 2 will be tomorrow night. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver said yesterday the league will decide on expansion to Seattle and Las Vegas by the end of the year. Carolina hosts Las Vegas tonight, down 1-0 in the Stanley Cup Finals. And the Santa Clara DA has issued an arrest warrant for San Francisco 49ers wideout Brandon Ayuk. This after he posted a video of him driving over 100 miles an hour in a 40 zone back in December. Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by East Coast Metal Roofing. Right now, during their Beat the Summer promotion, Sports Hub listeners get 10% off the cost of a new roof. This offer ends July 6th. Call East Coast Metal Roofing and never, ever replace your roof again. 844-611-ECMR or eastcoastmetalroofing.com. I'm John Wallach on Boston's Home for Sports, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Your next update at 7:30.
Boston Talk Sports.
Trade Drake May.
We all know what, but we won't say what. Yeah, worst take on these airwaves in the last 24 hours.
We may not take a call today.
The Sports Hub. When it comes to the show, Hardy thinks the same way you do.
Nothing happened.
He's got the same questions.
Where is the story?
And the same opinions.
Boring.
And he's back with Fred on the Sports Hub.
Our Toucher and Hardy. You can watch us on YouTube. Subscribe to 98.5 The Sports Hub on YouTube. We had I don't know if a listener told us about it, but whatever. We had a man by Dr. Brantley Hall from the University of Maryland on the show. And he is, along with a team of scientists at the University of Maryland, gathering first-of-its-kind data through a device you put on your underwear. Smart underwear is able to track whenever a person farts. While it may sound silly, this information could be a big benefit to our health, according to the leading scientists behind the effort. While research started at University of Maryland, people around the country are now helping to collect data, and we are now part of that data collection. We got a message. Nick got a message from Dr. Brantley yesterday. It says, sorry, I thought we had shipped the devices, but we hadn't. The shipment is going out later today, and I will update you with the tracking number, which we have received. Why don't you go look up that tracking number right now, Nick? Give us a little update. Okay, you got it? There are many fun things that we could do. See who farted more. See who farts in the day versus the night. Someone could eat Fiber One bars and see how many times they fart later in the day. I would happy to come back to interpret the results. Best Brantley. Well, Brantley, you can bet on it. We're going to have you on every day during this fart thing.
I like it.
Now, where do they stand now, Nicholas? Where are they in the air?
So right now, it is in Middleton, Pennsylvania. Last checked in at 12:24 a.m. And it's scheduled to be here by tomorrow at 9 p.m. By 9 p.m. Excuse me.
Okay. Well, that's going to be exciting. And it's coming to the station?
Yes.
All right. You're going to have to be here at 9 p.m. to pick it up.
All right. Beaton really liked that.
Because
that's what I'm laughing at. Beaton cackling in the background.
Make yourself a cot and just come in at 9 o'clock and make sure that they hand it to you. Because we're going to get up here and someone's going to have screwed with it.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what I'm worried about. I'm also worried about, like, the size. He didn't ask my size. So
Doesn't matter what your size is. It's big. So it's all about their fart underwear. It's the chip on the underwear. It's not the underwear. I don't think you can. Your ability to understand scientists is really. It's a good thing you didn't go into science. I understand it completely, and you know nothing. So yesterday, we did it where the four of us, Nick included, because Nick is wearing one of these. He wants to because he wants to know what's wrong with him. And so, we'll figure it out. And so we had a lot of ideas yesterday about who could wear the other one. And we started to do what we usually do with these things is where we have sort of a draft and we add up scores. But we do need another one because, Hardy, it is a summertime
poos. We're very surprised that you gravitated toward this one, and I realized what was wrong with one of the other offerings, which we all thought was going to win, set to the tune of Boys of Summer, The Noise of Summer, and what I realized, it just didn't have enough farts. Don't worry, I fixed it.
Oh, good. Good for you, Hardy. Good for you for understanding.
Again, the way I hear it is you come in with the summertime poos, and then when you announce the two guys, those are the boys of farting. So, like, for instance, you would play summertime poos, and then the song that represents the boys in the contest.
Well, I'm not immune to criticism, and I take it all under consideration. And there was some who felt it wasn't scientific enough. I mean, this is a legitimate study from the University of Maryland, and maybe we need a song that speaks to that.
Okay.
You've got a few to consider.
God bless you, sir.
In that one, what would have been funny at the end if it was just a long ripper that didn't even correlate to the song.
Thank you.
There's always got to be one that's like
tomorrow.
Offbeat, that just like is just long and loud.
Back to the lab. You're right.
Yeah, because like everything was on beat, and at the end when he goes did, and then he just goes and blows through like the end of the song.
Yeah, I got to think less Quincy Jones, more Phil Spector on these things.
Yeah. You want to
wall of fart sounds.
Yes. Yeah. Grow your hair out a little bit, fluff it up, and buy a gun. All right, so we got into this whole thing, and there were a lot of good ideas. In fact, we had a lot of ideas that changed my mind on some things. I know that John had said Pasta Joe, which was just interesting because he had remembered Pasta Joe, but finding Pasta Joe and getting Pasta Joe in. These are all things we could do, but remember, you're going to be talking to this person, a few times during this whole contest. And another thing was Nick's dad, which was my idea, which I love the idea of having Nick's dad on because it can bring us back together.
A fart. They smell the same. Nick, I can fart more than you.
So but then I feel weird about it because Nick's got something going on. I don't want to like start messing with the family. He always goes, I don't have anything going on. And then you go, well, if you were down with your dad, like your dad already be wearing the thing.
Right.
Like he'd be like, it seems like something weird's going on.
Maybe he would have seen your now 3-month-old son by now.
Yeah, that was the weirdest thing about the whole deal, is that he has not seen the baby yet.
That's bonding time. That's when you hold them and they bond. I'm going to be a stranger. A stranger!
But it seems like
I'm estranged from the baby.
It seems like too tough of an ask.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable with it. Nick's doesn't shoot it down, and I'm always very careful, as you can co-sign on. I always say off the air, I'm like, Nick, I don't want to do anything uncomfortable. Like, and he's like, it's not uncomfortable. It's not uncomfortable. I'm like, well, just tell me if it is. And he's like, it's not. but it is, I think, a little bit. So I'm going to get off the Nick's dad, even though I would have enjoyed that. But then Nick would have to see him.
But that'd be a good thing.
I think that might accelerate the healing process.
Nick would have to do what's right, and he would have to go see his father. But even Nick's mother-in-law called in yesterday, and she was like, "Why don't you see your father?" She didn't say that.
But you could tell she wanted to say it.
Yeah. She was a lovely woman. She was all bubbly. We got everyone
really
listening.
was.
We were getting so many calls yesterday. We were just swimming in them. It was this fart thing. It got everyone's imagination.
I like the option of Bird, though. I like Bird as an option.
Well, Bird is there. But, and Dan Roach, who we are going to talk to later today, is a very funny idea. I would feel bad if he said yes, because he is supposed to be a TV guy
something if not at least approaching a journalist. So that might be a tough ask for him professionally.
I just think it's more not not a journalist, but he's supposed to be a family guy, in your living room, look at me, I'm super nice. He made a funny video about us not showing up to that Worcester game yesterday. But I think it really, and I can be talked out of this, but I think it really leaves us with one superstar left, and that is someone who I have talked to and has agreed to do it. I know he will do it. You notice he. I do not want a female doing this.
Right.
I apologize, ladies, but I just don't want to know about your farting. This is where I have to draw the line. And if it gets me in trouble, so be it. I draw the line in my personal relationships with this, and this is, I'll draw the line professionally too. Is that Adolfo?
Yes.
Big dog.
All right, so I have asked Adolfo if he would do it. If everyone is okay with that.
Excuse me?
We can, I can get Adolfo on the phone when we come back. And we can we can have a conversation with him about if he's really going to wear it and everything else. Okay.
My bad boy.
Is everyone else okay with Adolfo?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I am. So you are okay with Adolfo?
Yes.
I'm going to have to fly him up. He's like, "Are you paying?"
It's your deal.
No, I'm not paying.
I don't got a case.
That would
Sorry.
that would corrupt the whole study if you were being paid. So I said, "No, I'm not paying it." But I'm sure I could fly you up at some point. So I will fly Adolfo up at some point. It would be ideal to fly him up to teach him how to put this thing on. But he works at a cell phone store, so I have a feeling he knows how to work science electronics,
Well, yeah, he's a cell phone, like an iPhone repair tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling he can do it. All right, so let's break. And then if you guys, I have given you Adolfo's information. If you could call Adolfo, and we will have Adolfo on, and we can get down to the nitty-grit with him wearing that dang fart monitor. All right, we will have that for you in just a moment.
Stay tuned for more Toucher and Hardy on the Sports Hub.
We are Toucher and Hardy, and a team of scientists at the University of Maryland is gathering first-of-its-kind data through a device you put on your underwear. Smart underwear is able to track whenever a person farts. Wait, it may sound silly. This information could be a big benefit to our health, according to the lead scientist behind the effort, Dr. Brantley Hall. Now, he sent us 2 of these clips. And again, we played this for you, but this is just a very quick clip of him explaining the whole process and how they found out this fart monitor would work.
I mean, we started out measuring microbiology in our anaerobic chamber, and
what's
our
that?
sensor didn't work.
What's an anaerobic chamber?
Yeah. So it's kind of like a bubble. Do you remember like the Bubble Boy episode of Seinfeld, how that guy was living in a bubble?
Yes. You're talking our language.
We are so in the same wheelhouse together.
Yes.
This is perfect.
Yes, we do know that, yes.
My lab has a bubble just like that, and we exclude all the oxygen from it. So there's 21% oxygen in the atmosphere. We take all the oxygen out of that bubble, and in that bubble, we can grow the microbes that live in your gut. And so we call it the anaerobic chamber. And so we were trying to measure hydrogen in there and see what the microbes were up to, but it didn't work. And we got really frustrated, and we took the sensor out, and we're like, I think we're just going to take this home and fart on it and see if it works. And it works.
And we talked about it yesterday. I mean, that's how they wrote Gone with the Wind. They had this book of just set in the South, and they're like, we can't find an ending, so they just ending for it, so they just farted on it. We talked about, the song Yesterday's by the Beatles. Paul McCartney was sitting, he couldn't think anything. They just released a documentary about it. He's like, I believe in... So he took his bass off and he just farted on it.
Yes.
Like, this happens a lot. The New Deal. If you want to go back into politics.
FDR.
FDR.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, we've been in the Great Depression. How do we get out of it? And they had a million brainiacs and whiz kids around saying things. And finally, they just farted on it.
Yeah.
And they got the idea.
Los Alamos and the labs there, and they were trying to get things. They had the enriched plutonium, and they're like, we just can't figure out a way to deliver the device and to get the reaction. Has anyone tried farting on it? Yes.
Well, that's how they cured gonorrhea. Is they tried everything under the sun, and then they just farted on it.
Just farts.
All right, and this is him talking about your metabolism and farting.
You have what seems to be a dream job for many of us. How did you get into this area or this field of expertise?
We didn't start out trying to be fart measurers. We're microbiologists, and so we're trying to better understand gut microbial metabolism. But we kind of hit this wall about where we could measure it and how we could measure it. And so farts were the place where we could measure gut microbial metabolism in real time. But there wasn't a device that allowed you to do it. So we had to make one ourselves.
Yeah, until now. All right. So there's been a lot in the air about who should be the other guy wearing it besides Nick. Connor, hello.
Hi, very quick question from earlier. When you shouted hypocrite, was that a reference to something? It sounded so familiar. It was driving me nuts.
Yes, it was Larry Flint. My wonderful impression of Larry Flint calling everyone a hypocrite. Thank you.
Okay. I misunderstood what it was from then.
Okay. It's from The People versus Larry Flint when people were unfairly attacking a hustler. Thank you. All right. Sam. Hello, Sam.
Listen, this guy has gone on. The guy that I think should wear it has stated that he doesn't wear them, but there's only one person that can wear this. It's Zolak.
Zolak won't wear it, and that's the thing is a lot of people are requesting Zolak, but sometimes in life there are just things that are happening. And people don't want to deal with what's happening. And what's happening is Scott doesn't want to wear it.
Look, I feel like the decision has been made, but some new information has just come into me.
Oh, right. Well, he's on the line. We can figure out if he can overcome this.
I've just heard from Bird's significant other.
Oh.
Whom I've met. Lovely woman.
Huh.
I wish you guys had picked Bird for the fart monitor. He almost got kicked out of bed last week for them. The sound and length is jaw-dropping.
I have a feeling Bird put his lady up to it because he'll do any radio show. He doesn't care what it is. He'll do anything.
Oh.
That's why I always had Bird in my back pocket, because I knew that we could get Bird. And I questions the sincerity of that email. Hello.
Made your bed, now you got to lie in it.
Adolfo.
Hello.
Hello. How is everything going with you?
Everything's going great. Just enjoying the nice summer breeze.
That's right, Adolfo. So if you don't know Adolfo worked on our show. He came up to Boston from Dallas when he was 19. He was here for many, many, many years.
It'd be 20 years ago tomorrow.
Yeah. He's like a bit of a show historian. He says that my first show in Boston was on the 5th of December, 2006. Or 5th of June.
No,
5th of June. Yeah, I'm sorry. 5th of June.
I'm worried about you.
Yeah, well, I'm old. 5th of June, 2006, when I was 31 years old. That was my first show in Boston, and Adolfo was there. And everyone goes, oh, the show was so great. Well, no one listened to it, so there you go. It was the greatest show that no one listened to, so according to ratings. But Adolfo, listen, you've lived a long and wandering life. I'm asking you this only for science. If you had to approximate what your weight is right now, what would you say?
Well, let's see. I have been keeping track of it because, that is something I've been needing to work on for a while. So I'm like, I recently lost about 20 pounds.
Oh,
so
good.
I'm like, so I'm at 380.
Okay, so Adolfo is 380 pounds. And would you consider yourself flatulent any more than the next guy?
Well, I have been drinking a lot of coffee lately, so I'm sure that helps or hurts.
I don't remember you. I got to tell you, I don't remember you farting a lot.
Yeah, neither do I. Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting?
Again, neither do they smell. That's how great I am.
Do you remember most of your farts, like dreams?
It's like inspiration. It's just when one comes on, it kind of like fills my imagination with vigor.
Of course it does. Now, Adolfo, have you farted today?
I'm pretty sure I woke myself up farting. So
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, this is good.
This is the right guy.
That has happened to me. And so,
have you ever had enough gas escape your body to where you can actually see your abdomen shrink a little bit? There's been so much built up that when it releases, you can actually tell a difference in your physique.
It does wonders for the glutes, I imagine. So, but no, yeah, I've definitely ripped some thunder turds. Yeah.
Have you ever gone away with a woman for 36 hours and then when they leave, you lay a 17-minute fart? All right, very good. Adolfo.
Well, it's been a while.
Okay, well, I'll tell you this. Adolfo, now I wanted to get you up to Boston anyway, and we can figure that out, the two of us. You're available to come up here, you think, at some point this summer?
I should be. I know I got some time off coming up, so
okay.
Yeah, I just gotta, make sure to cash that in.
All right, so you and I will work on when you come up. But all right, so here's the deal. This is legitimate. I don't know how much you listened to the show. Did you hear when this guy was on the show?
No, I can't skip it.
Okay, all right. Wait, but you do listen. I know you listen to the show.
I know I listen. I text you during it.
Yeah, I know. Okay, all right. I just thought I thought it wasn't I'm saying for the audience, it wasn't a ridiculous thing for me to ask if Adolfo had heard this. All right, so we did a news story about a guy, Dr. Brantley Hall from the University of Maryland. He's a real doctor. And he, along with a team of scientists at University of Maryland, has invented this thing called smart underwear, where they track wherever a person and whenever a person farts. We had him on the air, and he's like, we'll send you 2 of these. They're small, about the size of a nickel, fart monitors. And here's what he emailed us yesterday. He said, there are many fun things that we could do. See who farted more. See who farts in the day versus the night. Someone could eat Fiber One bars and see how many times they fart later in the day. I would be happy to come back to interpret these results. This is real results as part of a study that he unironically and unsarcastically believes will help humans, help human digestion. The question is, would you be willing? Nick's going to wear one of them. Would you be willing to wear the other fart monitor?
Sure, I'll wear the thing.
All right, that is fantastic. Now, you work with cell phones and things like that. You've always been kind of handy with electronics, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I have
Back
no.
in the day when... Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, back in the day when anything broke down during the show, I was the one who had to fix it.
That's absolutely true.
Like
I mean,
what would you fix?
Well, like if somebody was bitching and complaining about the stream going down, I had to go upstairs and make sure that anyone was there.
Was that me bitching and complaining?
Well, that doesn't sound like you
No,
fixing it.
It wasn't me, was it? No, it wasn't me.
Hold on. Two things. Number one, that sounds like you going upstairs to find someone to fix it. And number two,
well, I eventually learned how to do it. So yeah.
Okay.
But,
had to be taught.
Adolfo, were you in studio the morning that Fred freaked out because his headphones were muted, and he was so pissed off that they made the chief engineer come in at 6:30 in the morning to figure out what was going on? And as it turned out, the arm
of Fred turned down.
No, the arm of Fred's chair had pressed itself up against.
I do remember that morning.
The mute button underneath the console that cuts your headphones out. So were you there to troubleshoot that very technical fix of a problem that Fred was complaining about?
I'm pretty sure that was after my time because I would have figured that out.
I don't remember that.
That was in Brighton. That was in Brighton, Adolfo.
It was?
Yeah. Yes.
But Adolfo wasn't there the whole time we were in Brighton. Adolfo left the show while we were still in Brighton.
Oh, all right.
So, I guess I don't remember that happening. I don't doubt it did. I'm surprised you remember it.
It was very funny.
Oh, okay, good.
Was it Wayne who ended up fixing it?
No, Wayne was gone probably.
It wasn't. I think it was Jason McKenna.
Oh, okay. So you were around, Adolfo. Well, as long as it was funny. All right. So listen. So look. So here's what's going to be the deal: is that we are going to receive these fart monitors along with instructions. We're going to mail it down to you. Okay. And then when you get it, we can talk about it, and then we would like to have you on periodically to talk about your progress with it, and then we'll have you on with the doctor and with Nick. And then eventually we will fly you up here to do some in-studio stuff, okay?
Okay.
But I need you wearing
Sounds
this fart
good.
thing. I can't. It's a big piece of science. You can't let the University of Maryland down.
So how does this work exactly? Is it just one pair that I got to wear every day?
No, I don't. I think the term underwear, smart underwear, is a little misleading. It's not a pair of underwear. It's a nickel-sized... It looks almost like a computer chip. It's like a nickel-sized...
Ooh, computer.
Yes, exactly. And it's something I believe you attach to your underwear. You don't wear the same pair of underwear every day. You attach it to
that
your...
would have been a problem.
Yeah, after a week. But this is just you attach it to your underwear. So you would be able to change your underwear, of course. No one's asking you to wear the same pair of underwear every day. Okay?
I mean, if I had to for science, of course.
Of course.
What's the max number of days you'll go with the same pair of underwear?
2 max.
Okay.
Sometimes you skip laundry day, and you're like, well, I guess I'm wearing these again today.
Okay.
Do you have a washer dryer in your parents' house?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Oh, you do have a washer dryer in there. Okay. But when you lived in Brighton and you didn't have a washer dryer, would there be times where you wore your underwear for way longer than that? You were a young man at the time.
No. Usually I've been pretty consistent on when to do laundry.
Okay.
If if I'm out, I'm like, all right, well, it's a good thing I'm doing laundry.
All right.
Yeah.
But there's been times where I've was walking, I would have had to carry a spare pair of underwear just in case.
Oh, in case you crapped yourself.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Was that something that happened on a maybe semi-annual basis? Was it monthly? How often would that happen?
very often, but it's just one of those scenarios where, like, if it happens, then you're screwed, right?
Yeah,
I've been
smart.
I've been walking to work a lot lately because of these gas prices.
Yeah.
And so, like, it's like a good mile walk from the train station. So I'm like, there have been times where I'm like, I really got to go. And I'm like, well, I can't buy underwear here because it doesn't fit me at these department stores.
Yeah.
Right. Well, 3 years ago, I was sharing a hotel with someone, and I went ahead in the middle of the night. My tummy hurt, and I went poo-poo in the bed. So, I mean, it happens to me, too, Adolf. You know?
I thought it was just a metaphor.
No.
No, not
in this case.
It's more than just a saying, Adolfo.
Oh, it can happen in real life. Take it from me. All right, Adolfo.
Well, it's me a little hard on the T that I crap my pants.
Okay. All right. Adolfo, look, I love that you are going to do this with us. It brings you back into the fold, and you and I on our own time can talk about when you want to come up here this summer. We do appreciate it, Adolfo. We will be in constant contact, making sure you get this fart monitor, and we will be in constant contact talking to you about how it's going, okay?
Okay. I love you. Watch the traffic.
All right. We love you, Adolfo. Thank you, buddy.
Yes. My bad boy. Yes.
Pat, go ahead.
How we doing today? Gentlemen, you have the most intelligent show on radio. I just want to let you know that.
Thank you. Thank you for acknowledging that.
I mean, who else is participating in a study in conjunction with the University of Maryland right now? Show me the show other than ours.
You got that. You were the best.
Thank you.
I just wanted to call. I listen to you guys every morning from the time you sign on to the time you sign off. Great show. Now, this topic here, my better half. If there was such a thing as an Olympic team for this category, I would guarantee my life that she would bring home the gold.
Oh, Pat.
Oh, no.
What you suffer through, my friend.
Oh, no.
I am telling you, all right? She's a very attractive woman for her age. She's 70. And we've been together for a little over a year. We're both widows. And she didn't tell me, but this woman must go at least 1,000 times a day. Wow. I can be sound asleep.
Is that why
in
she's
bed.
a widow?
Probably. No, I'm just saying when she wakes up, the second as she tries to get out of bed, as she gets out of bed, walks around the bed, walks out of the bedroom into the bathroom, she's constantly going.
So just crop dusting around the perimeter of the bed.
It's it. And she walks, squeak, 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 and I'm just laying there laughing like hell. And it's every time she gets out of bed. Now, if we go shopping in a store,
okay.
Now she's a female, and she's loud and proud. She tries to hide them, and I wind up covering for her.
So you take responsibility for the audible ones that other people notice and react to.
Exactly.
Oh, that's a good man right there.
That's nice of you.
I do the manly thing. I mean, I looked at her. She just looks at me, and I'm just like, oh my God, my stomach's bothering me today. And some people would look at me, or she'd be in a store, and she'd feel something. She'll walk around the aisle and go down an aisle, and as you can hear on the other side of the aisle, her walking down the aisle. So I'd meet her down the other end of the aisle, and I would be in tears. And she's looking at me. I'm sorry, I just can't happen.
Yeah.
But I will guarantee you my life that she takes home the gold without question. Now, the thing is
Okay,
now,
Pat, thank you. I do appreciate
thank you,
it. We
Pat.
heard a lot about your wife fart or your girlfriend farting.
Yeah, chivalry is not dead.
It is really not dead. And I'm
squeak, squeak, squeak.
And I'm sure that she would love to be on this monitor so we could just discuss her farting constantly. All right, we'll be back in just a moment. Here are the headlines.
Sports Sports Hub headline.
Red Sox beat Baltimore at Fenway Park last night 8-1. Game 3, the final game of the series, is this afternoon at Fenway. Brian Bayo is expected to pitch for the Sox in some capacity. ESPN is reporting the Red Sox are aggressively looking to add a right-handed bat at the NBA Finals. The Knicks took Game 1 in San Antonio 105-95. Game 2 tomorrow night. President Trump will reportedly attend Game 3 at Madison Square Garden on Monday evening. Las Vegas visits Carolina tonight. It's Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals with the Golden Knights leading 1-0. Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by the New England Free Jacks. Join the Free Jacks this Sunday on Island Time at Veterans Memorial Stadium in Quincy as the Free Jacks take on the Chicago Hounds. It's rugby with a full summer festival atmosphere featuring live music, summer sips, fan zone experiences, and more. Get your tickets now at freejacks.com. I'm John Wallach on Boston's Home for Sports, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Your next update at 8 o'clock.
More Toucher and Hardy on the way on the Sports Hub.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is if you...
Hey, we are Toucher and Hardy. Be listening this morning at 7:55 for a chance to score a pair of tickets to see Bill Burr for the first ever comedy event at Centerville Bank Stadium, home of Rhode Island FC, on June 12th. Tickets are available at Ticketmaster.com, courtesy of Grand Rising Curations. Now, John, Hardy and I are all playing in the Sports Hub Golf Tournament coming up on Monday, and someone bid $3,500 to play with us. And Hardy, there is a story around that.
Yeah, we got an email from our program director, Rick, giving us information about the person who will be playing with us. CJ Winchenbaugh.
Okay.
That's what I'm going with.
That's fine.
Who is currently on the Georgetown University golf team.
Ooh.
In this season, the 25-26 season, competed in 8 events for Georgetown, placed 20th at the Georgetown Intercollegiate, finished 19th at the something else Intercollegiate, the year before, competed in 8 events for Georgetown, finished 12th at the GOAT, placed 3rd at the Georgetown Intercollegiate, finished 10th, competed in the 2025 U.S. Amateur, and prior to Georgetown, attended the Belmont Hills School, the AJGA Albany Junior Champion, after shooting 66-68 to finish that tournament at 8 under par for the 2 rounds. The World Series Junior Golf Champion, and in 2023 was the 2nd-ranked junior in Massachusetts. So this is the gentleman that'll be playing golf with the 3 of us on Monday.
So,
now, that's all very impressive.
Now, this is a scramble where everyone hits and then they drop where the best ball is and then everyone hits. So the question is, how much responsibility do John and I even have now? First of all, stop rubbing your hands together, you maniac.
What?
You're making so much noise.
My circulation. I'm sorry. My hands are cold.
You're literally, it's making noise in the microphone.
You're talking. How much noise can this possibly give you?
It was A, it was distracting, and B, do you have hand tumors now? Is that what's going on?
All right, fine.
Do you ever moisturize your hands? Because they
Yes.
certainly need it. Because, that sounded like... Can you find a clip of what just happened and we can really play his hands?
Okay.
That was almost compulsive. John is nervous about something. What's going on with you?
I'm fine. Continue. I
Did you see
apologize
how
for
Hardy
interrupting.
or hear how Hardy was rubbing his hands together?
Yes.
It was strange.
Okay.
Nick, make a video of him rubbing his hands together.
All right.
And really pump up
Really
that noise.
drive this point home. Okay.
It was weird. It was legitimately weird.
It sounded like you were rubbing together like 2 coarse sandpaper grades together.
Okay.
Well, it sounded like one of your precious little suffocation videos with 2 thighs slapping together. All right, so listen. My question is this. What is John's and I's responsibility? Because, we pretty much don't need to play.
Glad you asked, and you absolutely need to play, and here's why. I feel that between the 3 of us, right? Because we all play golf at one level, this kid plays golf at another level. It is our job, the 3 of us collectively, to A, get a shot in the fairway for him. A usable tee shot. And it's like, okay, we've got something to work off of. That's all that the 3 of us have to do. One of us has to be in play and a decent shot, okay? My guess is he'll have us on the green with the 2nd or 3rd shot on the really long holes. But after that, it is our job to putt for him first so that he can see the line and have all the information that he needs to hold those putts.
Well, this is certainly a weight off our shoulders because this person doesn't care about the show, so therefore doesn't care about us.
So there is the belief that the person bidding on this was bidding actually for someone else. That person could not play, but they still had already committed to making the donation to Special Olympics and said, okay, we'll just pivot and I'll go with this person's friend and they can play instead. So there exists the possibility that CJ is maybe not a huge fan of the show, maybe has never listened to the show.
So the good news is that Hardy will have someone to just pepper with questions and get numbers from and everything else. He'll be. How long before he mentions he hosts the golf show?
How long before he does an interview with this kid for the golf show?
Better question, John, and you've made your way back from the hand rubbing. That is already in my plans to get a 10 to 37-minute segment with him
while you're riding in the golf cart.
That I'll record at some point during the day, and that will be on the air a week from Sunday, 7 a.m. Sports Hub Golf Club. Here on 98.5 The Sports.
And that means staying for the entire auction no longer needs to happen because you'll have – he doesn't care if we're there. So, listen, a lot of pressure off. I mean, this kid he's gonna hit all the shots.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about us. This is just freewheeling. And Hardy's going to be obsessed with him. So, that's all off the table.
That's true. We could pretty much leave after 9 and let them finish.
We could pretty much not even do anything.
Yeah.
I don't want you to interfering with what CJ and I have going on.
Exactly.
I only want you to step in if you start hearing me call him son. Listen, son. If you see me at any point putting my arm around him in a like an uncle type of gesture.
I almost don't want to say this out loud because I would like to say it to you off air, John, and then we could figure it out together. I'd like to see what Hardy wears.
Oh yeah,
when he knows a real champ. Is coming in.
Yeah. He'll be buttoned up real tight.
on
Monday.
Can you just give me like 2 or 3 names you can drop while you guys are in the cart together, like to impress him?
Oh, see, but I don't know what his feelings are because I
you don't want to be controversial.
Yeah, I mean, like a couple other like good junior players. Yeah, but who knows? Maybe he's had run-ins with these guys in the past. I don't know. I don't know.
Is there any name that's big in golf that he would know that you pal around with a little bit? The guy you interviewed yesterday.
Oh, I could mention, and I don't, pal around with him, but I've met Matt Parziali, and I could drop that name on him. And say, but that's like talking politics with somebody, and saying, President Trump. Like, duh. Yeah, he's gonna know Matt Parziali.
Just for instance, who'd you talk to yesterday when you taped the golf show?
Mihal Chamberlain.
Yeah, so like you could. I mean, Mihal.
He's really more of an executive type. I don't know if that's really gonna.
Hey, this kid's moving into the corporate world.
Move the needle with this young man.
Yeah, these kids are all about the jazz and sass. I get it.
Yeah,
they're not about what makes the gears grind. All right, whatever. Caller number 10 in the contest line 6. Well, it should be interesting. And John, we certainly don't have to do. I might not bring clubs. Caller number 10 in the contest line 617-931-0985 will score a pair of tickets to see Bill Burr for the first ever. Wish I still drank. But I was thinking to see the Bill Burr for the first ever comedy event at Centerville Bank Stadium, home of Rhode Island FC, on June 12th. Tickets are available at Ticketmaster.com, courtesy of Grand Rising Curations. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Toucher and Hardy on the Sports Hub.
This time of year, you might be saying, "Oh, spring is finally here, and I can enjoy."
Sports Hub headlines.
Red Sox scored an 8-1 home win over Baltimore at Fenway Park last night. Wilyer Abreu, a home run and 3 RBIs to lead the offense. Peyton Tolle added 6 shutout innings for the win. The third and final game of this series is this afternoon. Sox have also placed infielder Nick Sogard on the injured list with an oblique strain, and ESPN is reporting they're looking very hard to add a right-handed bat to the lineup. Jalen Brunson scored 30 points. The Knicks won their 12th straight playoff game, 105-95 in San Antonio in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Victor Wembanyama scored 26 points, but only made 6 of 21 shots from the field from the loss.
He missed a few shots early, and we got to get him moving in space and towards the rim, whether that's on rolls or running in transition, but we need the pressure on the rim.
At his Spurs head coach Mitch Johnson, Game 2 is in San Antonio tomorrow night. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver said yesterday the league will decide on expansion to Seattle and Las Vegas by the end of the year. And Carolina will host Las Vegas tonight in Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Hurricanes down 1-0. Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by Rodenheiser Home Services, now serving the South Shore and surrounding communities. Heating, AC, plumbing, electrical, remodel, and architecture. Rodenheiser has you covered. Local, family-owned, and trusted since 1928. I'm John Wallach on Boston's Home for Sports, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Your next update at 8:30.
Diving, but he's got a breakaway. To the backhand. Throws it in front. Coming to the spot.
The Sports Hub.
Oh boy, I guess it's time for more Toucher and Hardy on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Hey, we are Toucher and Hardy. You can watch us on YouTube. Subscribe to 98.5 The Sports Hub on YouTube. Tom Caron will be joining us. Dan Roach at 9 o'clock. Danny Roach missing us very much at the Woo Sox game. Again, Dan Roach had texted us on Tuesday and asked us if we wanted to go to an 11 a.m. Woo Sox game, obviously in Worcester.
Yeah.
And so the next day, yesterday, we were talking about who was going to wear the fart monitor, and one of Hardy's ideas was Dan Roach. And when I heard that name, I went, oh, yeah. None of us ever responded to him about going to that Woo Sox game.
At least you remembered that he had texted
No,
us.
I had, and I knew you guys weren't going to respond. Even Hardy, who's like super good about that kind of stuff, who like emails back listeners and things. I don't not email back listeners because I'm above it. It's too much work. It would be, I mean, there's like 1,000, like 2,000, 2,500 of them. Like I'm too far behind, but. I knew that none of you. I knew you wouldn't when I saw the text because it was absurd that like we would get off the show on a Wednesday and drive to Worcester for an 11 a.m. game and then drive back. Just it was again. It would be like, hey, do you guys want to go swim to Block Island? It was just like this was never going to happen, and it has nothing to do with Dan or the Woo Sox. I go to a Woo Sox game. I have gone to Woo Sox games. I love Dan. It's just the timing of it was preposterous. It was just nonsense. Just nonsense. And so he heard that, obviously, because he listens to the show a lot, and we'll have him on at 9. And he made a legitimately funny video that even my son found funny. Now, my son didn't make it through it because it is a minute. And you were asking a lot. But my son got the concept and thought it was funny. I didn't even bother showing my daughter because that's 59 seconds too long. I mean, if she's going to consume videos, she likes second long ones, that really cut to the chase. That's why I make her go to the movies. So he made a very funny video with like his day at the Woo Sox Park, waiting for us to attend. We'll play it for you at 9 o'clock. You can see it at Dan Roach's Instagram account. We've all shared it in our stories. But it did actually make me laugh. I thought it was very funny and very well done. And a good response to none of us getting back at him, even though John did get back to him in a typical John fashion, too little, too late. You would have been better off just not getting back to him at all. You noticed Hardy and I never got back to him.
I thought it was a nice thing to do after we'd had that discussion.
Can I ask you this? Did either of you text him that it was a good video?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, you texted him that it was a good video?
I did.
Oh, no.
I did. I texted him.
I didn't accept the collaboration either.
Ooh.
I did text him.
It just...
I didn't accept the... I don't know if I was invited to collaborate. But I shared it in my stories. What, you didn't want to collaborate? You didn't want to do a collab?
It just seemed like there was too much backstory to it that wasn't explained in the video itself. And it's like if you just post that and it shows up on someone's feed, they're like, what the hell is this?
Well, he's holding 3 tickets for us at the beginning. And he's like, I know you guys are coming. And then he keeps going, when you get here. And then at the end, he's like, I guess you're not coming.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would argue that the backstory makes it funnier, but he pretty much explains at the beginning that he's holding 3 tickets for us.
As bad as I feel about, not replying and kind of standing him up in a way, I feel even worse that Dr. Charles Steinberg was there waiting for us.
I don't think Dr. Charles needs an excuse to play the guitar. You know what I'm saying?
But the fact that he was expecting us and he was going to give us a tour and he was going to show us the replica of Paul McCartney's bass and all that stuff.
They only made 10 of them. All right, everyone shush. You want to hear something? You got to be quiet for it, though. In fact, John, your mic's off. Stop. Everyone shush.
So this is the gentleman that'll be playing golf with the 3 of us on Monday. Now, that's all very impressive.
Now, this is a scramble where every...
Do you hear that, John?
No, this is
very impressive.
No.
Impressive.
No.
Okay.
No, this is a scramble where everyone hits and then they drop where the best ball is and then everyone hits. So the question is, how much responsibility do John and I even have now? First of all, stop rubbing your hands together, you maniac.
What?
So this is the gentleman that'll be playing golf with the 3 of us on Monday. Now, that's all very impressive.
Now, this is a scramble where everyone... What's going on with you? I'm not kidding. I'm not mad at you at all, obviously. I'm more curious what's going on with you. Like, are you nervous?
You have to turn his mic on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Need my mic on for the answer.
Well, you could turn your own mic on.
Well, apparently not. You turned it off from over there. I had no say in the matter.
You have a button that can turn the mic on.
Yes, I do.
You know it.
I do. So, honestly,
I can pull you down like this, but I won't do that.
You do enjoy your petty torments.
I didn't realize I was rubbing my hands together.
Are you nervous?
No.
Okay.
I've been doing this for a while. I was not nervous. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I've been here every day.
Yeah, and I've never seen you rub your hands compulsively together.
Well, I must have been a little cold for whatever reason in this room.
You getting sick?
No. I'm fine.
Okay?
Are you nervous about having to hit golf balls in front of a real, actual golfer?
Yes. Very, very nervous.
I don't think
about
John's
that.
nervous about that.
I bet he is.
Terrified.
I am.
Why?
Yeah, of course you are.
Why are you terrified?
I didn't say terrified.
You just said it.
You said nervous, not terrified.
Why are you nervous?
This is where John gets the weird argumentative tone when it's not warranted.
If you two want to fight, go ahead.
Why are you nervous about hitting golf balls in front of a what was he, number 2 junior in Massachusetts in 2023, plays for Georgetown?
Yeah.
Why are you nervous about this?
Would you be worried about taking batting practice in front of Manny Ramirez?
No, because I know I'm not nearly as good as him.
So you don't care about being made to look a fool.
I think he expects you not to be as good as him walking into this.
Well, Hardy didn't like that.
Which is
Hardy knows that's the case. Look at you priming the pump a little bit. I like that.
Which is what I tell my kids all the time, or anyone else. It's like, I don't want to play. I said, golf is the most self-absorbing activity you can engage in. And if you're out there playing with, as I did yesterday, with 3 players who are much better than me, I was a little embarrassed that I was so hapless in my chipping game because I was playing with, the chipping instructor from Vanguard Golf Club. Of course, you know him, Rick McCready. But for the most part, took time away from the tour to come play golf with me. It was nice of him. You can't even waste any energy thinking about what other people think of you on the golf course because everyone is only thinking about themselves.
Unless you play with Bronson.
If that's the case, why
constantly thinking about him?
Why are
He
you
played with
nervous?
Bob Bronson.
Why are you nervous?
Oh, that's not always the case.
No. As long as I don't have to look for that ball you hit 5 feet, I'm not searching for it.
If it's a self-absorbing activity and you should be only focused on what you're doing, why would you be nervous about him watching you?
Because you just don't want to completely suck. That's all. As you don't either.
Oh, I have no concern for that.
You have some pride.
When it comes to, like, if I'm playing with guys like golf, like for fun, and this thing that's a scramble, I know you hate it when I say best ball, that's a scramble where I can just theoretically just bring 100 balls and just randomly hit one and then it just ignore it and then go up and drop with you guys, I have absolutely, literally no concern.
Hardy, we know you are better than I am. He is way better than I am. How many of my drives or my approach shots or my putts are we going to use? I could rifle 18 balls into the tree. It's not going to matter.
This is just the type of attitude and approach that is going to undo us as a team and is going to make this day insufferable. Once again, let me tell you two, it is our job, the three of us. Look at me.
I'm going to read an email.
I don't care what you're going to read. I want you to look at me.
Okay, I'm looking at you.
It is our job to get one in play and to roll some putts online that go preferably about 1.5 foot past the hole so you can see the entire break and do everything we can to support our horse, our A player.
It's your job to not expose yourself, please. Because you're going to be it's going to be your job to use the waistband of your pants to hold your erection so it's not poking.
That's weird. Isn't that a little weird to say that?
When you get an erection, you have to hide it. You have to hide it in the waistband of your pants.
I find that off-putting.
Where are you going to put it?
Excellent question, Hardy.
No one's ever put an erection in the waistband of their pants?
All right, read your email.
There's not a chance in hell you guys haven't done that. Would you just walk around with this pointing out?
I know, but the more you harp on it, the more I feel the need to push back on the fact that I will not, in fact, be getting an erection on the golf course.
Oh, I thought it was the putting it in the waistband that you were arguing. Oh, it's just that you wouldn't get an erection.
No.
Oh, I thought you would take that as what it was intended for, as being a facetious remark. I didn't really think you were going to get a boner.
When you continue to dwell on it.
I thought you meant that you didn't put it up in your waistband when you get an erection, but you can't show it. I thought that's what you were saying.
Well, I'll try.
I didn't know you were taking it so seriously that you said you would get a boner in front of the guy.
Oh, there you go again.
That was a throwaway statement. I thought you were challenging the boner in the elastic, and I'm like, there's no way you guys haven't done that. That's what you got to do. I mean, that's what you have to do. I mean, we're getting older. It doesn't happen very often, but it still happens. I mean, everyone was in high school. You had to shift things around, or else you look like a real creep.
What do they do now? They don't have books to carry around. You always had a book that you could put in front of it.
I would imagine, and I don't know, I have never talked to anybody about this, but I would imagine it's waistband. I mean, it's the only thing that makes sense. Yeah. It's really the only solution. All right, here we go. Hardy's dream coming true. Morning, guys. Imagine dropping over $3,000 for a relaxing day on the links, only to realize you haven't purchased a round of golf. You funded your own 6-hour hostage situation. It is truly spectacular return on investment to watch. This poor soul thought they were paying for a premium foursome. Instead, they bought a front row seat in a fiberglass interrogation room alongside a local radio host whose entire existence revolves around unsolicited swing mechanics and forced intimacy. From the first tee box to the 18th green, the buyer was subjected to a relentless, breathless barrage of golf questions. A casual afternoon seamlessly transformed into a deposition. The best part, despite the victim responding almost exclusively in monosyllabic grunts and desperate 1,000-yard stares into a tree line, the host clearly interpreted the silence as the forging of a profound, lifelong brotherhood. Is this AI? Because this is pretty well written.
Well, and let me push back immediately. It's not an afternoon. This is a morning shotgun. We're going to be off the course probably by 1 p.m. So, incorrect.
Yeah, 5 hours, maybe 6.5. It will be between 7 and 5 hours.
So, CJ, you're almost certainly not listening. I don't even know if you know who we are or know what the radio station is. But we're going to have a great time, and the three of us are just going to be there to support you and your efforts.
Yeah, I couldn't be happier that it's this guy. Doesn't care about the show and is really good at golf. And that means all the pressure that's off. Felger and Maz, they are under an intense amount of pressure because it's $10,000. And it's obviously from someone who likes the show.
Mm-hmm.
They best be performing. And they best feel guilty if they don't. Ryan, go ahead.
So, Fred, just let you know, the waistband trick is still very much in use. In fact, my son and his friend and I were hanging out this weekend, and they were talking to me about inappropriate erections at school, and I taught them to move.
All right, very good. Thank you.
How old?
18. Pay it forward. I'll tell you. I've never talked about that with anybody. It was common sense. That's why I was a little taken aback because I don't think I've ever talked to a guy. I've talked to girls about it before, but I've never talked to it about a guy. With a guy, I have to assume that's what literally everyone does. That's why I was a little taken back that I thought you were calling me out on that move, because if you know another solution, I'd be really fascinated to hear it. I can't think of one.
No, it's a fantastic move. It's really the only one that you can do. I mean, I don't have any other solution.
No, that's it. And it's not offensive. I mean, it's a way actually to not be offensive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and by the way, sometimes, especially when you're younger, when you get an erection, it's not because you're like horny or turned on. Like sometimes when your testosterone is that high, you're just getting erections. Like, it's not like you're ogling women and like going like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just your body. Like when you wake up in the morning, like your body is just saying, it's our bodies. Why the shame? You know who doesn't have to do that?
Careful,
Hardy?
Kissy.
You know who doesn't have to worry about those things because they don't have penises? Ladies. Women.
Be careful with me.
They produce milk that feeds. All right, very good. We'll be back. Another day with no news. Tommy Karen.
No, that's right. He pushed it again.
Boom. That's 4 days. Daddy's got you out of the news.
Well done.
All right. We'll be back with Tom Karen in just a moment.
it feels like every time he told his speech, we win the game. So it's very good for us and for him that every time he pitched, we win the game.
I'm not quite that old.
It's an unreleased Monkey song.
Yeah, and apparently one of the Mike Nesmith or one of them was going through an airport, and they heard over the airport paging Mr. Dabalina, Mr. Bob Dabalina, Mr. Dabalina, Mr. Bob Dabalina, and they said, "Oh, that's kind of cool." And this was in the Monkees' experimental phase. This was like their White Album that they put out, and so yeah, they sampled the Monkees for that record.
Well, Nesmith, Torque, and Dolan's were down with like all those dudes in L.A. Like they were considered that Dolan's was one of the Hollywood vampires with Alice Cooper and John Lennon and Harry Nilsson.
John Lennon was on a TV show once, and he said, "Look, the Monkees are not what we do, but what they're doing is fine, and people like it. So what's wrong with it?"
Tom,
who was the one who became like a producer, did Repo Man, and wasn't he one of the Monkees?
Mike Nesmith is. He became a whole visual guy. Yeah, he was a big artist, but I mean, Mickey Dolenz was hanging out with John Lennon. He was like one of John Lennon's best friends. And when they started making their own music, though, not supported, not written by Neil Diamond and such, the Monkees they were experimental. Not successful, though.
Okay.
Strangely enough.
They gave it a shot.
No, I think that they were respected by fellow musicians. They were like decent musicians, except for the Davy Jones. But he's just kind of some kid. He was on the Brady Bunch, which won him a lot of fans in the underground.
Girl, look what you've done to me.
And it's good to feel that way, gal.
All right, very good, Tom. You know what we're talking about, right?
I have totally lost the thread of this, so feel free to keep going.
You don't remember when Davy Jones was on the Brady Bunch?
I don't remember that. I remember who was the pitcher. Don Drysdale was on the Brady Bunch. I remember that. Came and gave Greg some pitching lessons. See, that was the stuff I was paying attention to. The music stuff was a little out of my expertise.
Well, I know about you in college, so don't get too cute. But
that's trouble.
Yeah, I know guys that went to college with you that have reached out. You're a good guy. You're a fun guy. All right, so but you do remember Don Drysdale not only on the Brady Bunch, he was also on what other sitcom that even was on earlier than the Brady Bunch, but was in wide syndication, and you've definitely seen several episodes of it.
Ooh. I do not know this.
Don Drysdale is the only athlete, and maybe only special guest, to be on both of these iconic family sitcoms. The Brady Bunch is the older of the two, both omnipresent when we were growing up in rerun.
Wow. I'll take a stab on the Partridge Family.
Much bigger, much more iconic show. Now, not like maybe in its time, but an iconic syndicated show. It became not zeitgeist, but part of like our collective language.
As big as the Brady Bunch?
We're splitting hairs, but I would say yes, as big as the Brady Bunch.
Wow.
In retrospect, you could name every character on the show.
Gilligan's Island.
Gilligan's Island's a good guess, even earlier than Gilligan's
Leave
Island.
It to Beaver.
Wow. Kaboom.
Wow. Nicely done.
Donnie Drysdale is on Leave It to Beaver.
Nicely done.
And the Brady Bunch.
There you go.
All right.
Was he giving pitching tips on Leave It to Beaver? Why was he on?
What did he do on I'm curious. What did he do on Leave It to Beaver?
It might have been the episode where Beaver plays with Larry Mondello. They play with the dad signed Babe Ruth ball, and they lose it. Yeah. I think maybe Don Drysdale comes to the house and fixes it in some way. I'm losing my thread there.
Yeah, they lifted the plot for The Sandlot.
Yeah.
Later became the Sandlot.
No black guy in the Leave It to Beaver. They didn't have a black guy.
Shocking.
I'll tell you this. I still watch Leave It to Beaver. Kaboom.
I got it. That's one I have not seen in a long time.
I found you to be
seen a Leave It to Beaver in a very long time.
Up until this moment, I found Fred to be a largely unimpressive person. But learning that about you, Fred, it changes my opinion of you.
It's on one of those 1,000 stations on cable. If Leave It to Beaver's on, I'll pop it on and watch it.
It's on one of those, they call them in the industry fast channels. Have you heard it? They're free ad-supported television, which, by the way, is what television was. Like, we had this big meeting at Nesson. We're going to unveil this new thing free ad-supported television. I was like, you mean TV?
Right. You mean broadcast television?
That's what
Right.
TV was.
Did you get a look after that?
So,
No, I was not invited to the follow-up meeting. I'll tell you that.
are you talking about because
I'm sure there was a lot of them.
I've discovered the NYPD Blue channel on Roku.
Yeah.
So this feels like something like if you buy like a TV, an LG
Yeah.
or something or other, you don't have to have cable. You don't have to have anything. All you need is a Wi-Fi connection, and they'll give you 1,000 channels of crap, including the Leave It to Beaver channel and the
That's
NYPD
exactly
Blue
right. That's
channel.
what these are. These are sort of, channels that are preloaded, and you can watch whatever's on them, whenever they're on. It's on all the time.
I do like, though, that they tried to sell it as some revolutionary concept of broadcasting.
It's like my kid in college said, if there's just one place where all these apps could come together, I was like, yeah, it's called a cable box. We had it all figured out.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it's like they could just put games where we could see them. Yeah, there's 4 networks, and the games were on one of the networks.
Yeah.
They were on. All right, Tom, Karen, let's start with, I don't know if I have a full update on this, where Garrett Crochet and Roman Anthony are in their respective comebacks.
Well, the trouble is, at the moment, they're not doing anything. They're both shut down. I mean, Anthony's doing everything but swinging a bat, which is, the thing he needs to do. And he tried that, and they had to back off because he felt discomfort afterwards. So that, until he can start swinging a bat, and when you start swinging a bat, it's a long progression. First dry swings, then off a tee. And he might still be taking dry swings, but he can't hit a ball right now. He hasn't been able to. So we're going to New York tonight. So I can't imagine he's going to be going on the road trip to do it. So it's a week before you even start ramping up anything, and then you're going to need a rehab. So he's a ways away. Crochet, it's bad news, but it's not as bad as it could have been. It's a lat, it's his side. So his shoulder was the problem. Probably from compensating for the sore shoulder, he tweaked something in his side. But the good news is it's low grade. So as soon as he is asymptomatic, he can start throwing again. He says yesterday he said it's just a little bit tight, so I would assume that to happen in the next few days. The trouble is you're probably back to where he was last week, which is a live batting practice session, probably 2-3 of those. Then you got a rehab. So, you're talking probably best case scenario is 2 to 3 weeks, and that's if everything went fast.
Because those are 5 days apart, right? Like if you're throwing live batting practice.
The live BPs can be a little bit shorter than that, but at the end, it'll go 5 days, right?
Okay.
So you might go, 1 inning, then 4 days later, go like 2 innings of live BP, then you start going 5 days.
So 2 to 3 weeks, and that is assuming he remains asymptomatic through all these steps.
Correct. And, it's not like when Sonny Gray went on the IL with a hamstring, again, totally different injury, but he was pitching really well. Same with Suarez. Crochet was struggling. I mean, there's no doubt about it. So in addition to all of that, he's then got to go down to the minors and make sure he's feeling confident and feeling back to the guy he was. So one thing I think we've been reminded here over the last month, both of those injuries, is there's always a lot of, it's going to be real quick. We don't even know if we need an IL. He'll be back in no time. Let's, you don't want to jump to the worst case scenario, but let's pump the brakes on the best case scenario every time because these things take a while.
Well, the other part of this is, Tom, and you see this team play every night. I'd prefer them not to rush them back at this point. I mean, this team is struggling. It really doesn't look like they're going anywhere. So why not wait until your 2 most important players are perfectly healthy before bringing them back?
Yeah, totally agree. And the truth of it is they're pitching pretty well without Crochet. So, you don't need to rush him back to fill a hole. Tolley and Early have allowed you to survive. Now, I think today is a massive game for the team and for Brian Bayo because he's going to start again. He's been, that last outing, he was brilliant, right? 64 pitches to get through 7 shutout innings. He's just got to be able to do it in the first inning. And they would, make no mistake, they would keep doing him as an opener if they had anybody who could open. Like Brendan Bernardino last year was really good at that. The guys they've used, Moran and Samaniego, have both been really good out of the bullpen, but they were bad in the first inning. So you don't want to mess those guys up. So you got to throw them in the deep water. But if he makes a good start today, then you can, all right, now your rotation is sort of back to being okay till Crochet comes back. And they're hitting the ball better as well. So I think you're right. You got to get these guys I would not rush them back, even at the end. If it means an extra few days or a week, you got to take care of them and bring them back slow.
Go back to Toley for 1 second. I mean, look, this team had Mandy Ramirez at one point. They've had their fair share of kind of free spirit characters. Where does Toley land on all of this?
He's great. I mean, he's just. I saw Andrew Bailey, the pitching coach, use the word pure. And he really is. I mean, I still go back to, talking to him last year after his major league debut, when he kept calling Alex Bregman Mr. Bregman on the mound. Come on, thank you, Mr. Bregman, when he gave him the ball back. And finally, Bregman was like, you can stop that. And on the plane a few days later, he told me, he called Trevor Story Trev, and then went running back to early and said, hey, I just called him Trev. Like he's like the little big league being thrown on the plane, and he hasn't changed. It's a year later, and we had a graphic last night where expected ERA. I don't like expected numbers a whole lot, but they do for pitching sort of indicate stuff. And he was slotted between Skeens and Ohtani in expected ERA for the season, but he hasn't changed a bit. You saw him last night, like the ridiculous jump, like he was going to get a ball that was 30 feet over his head and yucking it up. And so somebody made the Mark Fidrich comp, which was kind of fun. It's okay to go out when you got nasty stuff. If you want to laugh and have a good time while you do it, good for you. And this team needs a little joy, doesn't it? Like, it's been fun to watch him pitch.
Yeah, it would be nice to have something going on.
I like the Fidrich comparison, though. I mean, because I remember it's funny you mentioned him, Tom. It's the first athlete I can remember as a kid, and not because the Tigers were so good at the time. It was just because he was an interesting character to watch, and it made otherwise, I guess not so entertaining games entertaining.
Yeah, like it was a non-Red Sox game you'd want to watch, right? Like they weren't always easy to find, and if you were flipping around, you found Mark Fidrich on the mound, you'd stop and watch that. Yeah. And I think, you've been looking for a reason to watch this team. Well, every fifth day, Peyton Toley's a pretty good one right now because he's really good. I mean, he had 25 pitch first inning last night. You're like, all right, it's going to be a 3-4 inning start. He came back out and just shoved a 9-pitch 1-2-3, everything a fastball in the second inning, and you just don't see that in this day and age. So he's been, he's really good. He's fun to watch.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, what about the kids saying that the team is struggling at home because of the amount of
falafel.
The other, there's a lot, this team, Tom, just seems to be very concerned with what's happening in the crowd.
Yeah, we talked to him yesterday about that. I talked to him for a little while one-on-one, and I think what he was trying to get to, this guy's a veteran. I mean, he's the starting shortstop at the Yankees a few years ago. He was with Toronto last year, with two outs away from the World Series win. He didn't say this, but I just think it's a whole number of things. I don't think it's about fans or anything like that. He's played in big markets. I just think, they've been on the road, and again, this coaching staff was thrown together, right? So they've literally been bonding with coaches on the road, getting to know guys on the road. And I think his point was when guys get back here and they all kind of go off and do their separate things and they're with their friends and they're with their private hitting guru and they're with, I think it was a message to the young guys to try to, let's keep the circle a little bit tight here because it's a fragile point of the season. And, it didn't come off well, I don't think. It sounded like you're just complaining about the big market. But I don't think it's that because he's been through that. And talking to him yesterday, it's kind of what it felt like. It was a message to the team to listen, on the road, it's kind of us and there's a brotherhood there. And here we all go our separate ways at Fenway. We need to bring that back a little bit and get a little tighter. Mostly.
That's a weird way of saying what you just expressed.
Yeah.
Well, he gets paid to swing. I get paid to talk.
Yeah, okay.
They don't always translate. I can't swing, and maybe he's not that. Now, Igaev's a good guy. I mean,
I don't say he's not a good guy. I know he's a veteran.
Well, you know what happens, Fred? It's post-game, right? He said it post-game. And I always say, the one advice I always have to the athletes is if you got something that is not game-related, save it for pregame because you probably have all day to think about how you want to say it. But if you say it right after a game and you're pissed off after losing, you're probably going to say it wrong.
And it's more likely to get lost if you say it pregame because then you've got the game and
Right. Well, you also, if you say it pregame, and it doesn't matter the sport, if you say it pregame in the locker room of the clubhouse, we're going to follow up, and it's going to be a long conversation. Like, post-game, you're going to say that, and then we're going to run over and talk to Contreras. I mean, there's not going to be the same chance to get the nuance of what you're saying in. So it's never, post game, stick to balls and strikes. The pre-game, you want to pontificate on the state of the world. Do that then.
All right. Sounds like good advice. Tom Caron, as always, thank you. We look forward to talking to you next week. Good luck on Nesson. He's the best. Great studio shows. Watch him on Nesson. Thanks, Tom.
No need to stop. Keep going. Thanks, guys.
I know about him in college, too. How do you like that, Tom?
You can stop. There's a break. You got to go to break.
Yeah. He acts like, I don't know what's going on with music. I love sports. Nah. I had a friend text me about it. He goes, I went to college with Tom. I was friends with him.
Good time, Tommy.
Interesting.
All right, let's just say, this was the era of Fish in Burlington, so there was actually a Burlington music scene. And so,
if you ever saw Tom walking around a wet field in the middle of the night.
Interesting.
That's
that also. There were long walks back from those Fish shows. I'll just say that.
Well, no,
sometimes
I'm just
it rained.
If he was, out for whatever reason on a farm, on a looking under cow crap on a dark night.
Yeah, there you go.
This could be Craftsbury Banjo Festival, another great music moment in Fish history.
And completely enjoyable sober too. It's so strange. All right, Tom. Tom.
I don't know. I've never been this sober.
No one has, Tom. That's why that whole genre of music exists. All right, Tom. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Goodbye.
Right, appreciate it. There you go. I'm not kidding. A guy I know was friends with him in college. It's so funny. All right, so we'll be right back in just a moment. Here are the headlines.
Sports Hub headlines.
Red Sox had an actual home win last night, 8-4 over Baltimore at Fenway Park. They'll play the Orioles again at 1:35 this afternoon. Brian Bayo will start. In other Sox news, they placed infielder Eric Sogard on the injured list with a strained oblique. ESPN reports Craig Breslow is aggressively looking to trade for a right-handed bat. At the NBA Finals, Knicks won in San Antonio 105-95 in Game 1. Jalen Brunson, 30 points. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver said yesterday the league will decide on expansion to Seattle and Las Vegas by the end of the year. And Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals is tonight. Carolina will host Las Vegas down 1-0. Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by the $14.99 Big Deal Meals at the 99, like the grilled chicken teriyaki. All Big Deal meals are available all day, every day for just $14.99. You gotta love the nines. I'm John Wallach on Boston's Home for Sports, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Your next update at 9 o'clock.
got a bunch of stuff wrong when you talk. So much for this country.
Dutcher and Hardy.
I guess this country's a bunch of buffoons that don't know the rules.
You idiot. The Sports Hub.
Hey, we are Dutcher and Hardy. In the background, we have TVs on, and they keep showing that the World Cup, I guess France is going to be at Bentley.
Mm-hmm.
Look out, because Babson could annex it in the meantime. It's a World War II joke, my friend. France let everyone invade them.
Oh, yeah. Very good.
Thank you.
History major.
Yeah, you got that right. So I guess that France is going to be at Bentley, which is in Waltham, where we currently are. They have a beautiful campus, Bentley. And but that got to me thinking off air. I was talking to Hardy. I'm like, when is the World Cup coming? And Hardy said, I don't know.
Soon, this summer.
Yeah, it's just like it seemed like I know, but the summer is at least 2 more months. So when is it coming?
So seems like something we should have known. But June 13th is the first match. I went on FIFA World Cup 26 and just said, all right, Gillette Stadium, let's see. And the matches got pulled up. Now, we've been hearing about the ticket prices for these, but I have not seen them laid out myself until now. So let's just run down the list here for the first match, which is Haiti versus Scotland, taking place on
2 huge countries.
June 13th. That's a Saturday night.
A week from Saturday.
9 p.m.
Haiti, very famous for its national wealth.
Yes. And as
one of the most depressing episodes of Anthony Bourdain's show is when he goes to Haiti and they're eating and he decides to give the food to these people and it causes like mayhem because people are fighting each other just to get food. I apologize. Go ahead.
No, but when we asked Abdo about this, he was, I think, correctly pointed out that Haiti may not even be able to field, the starting 11. They've had issues in the past with actually getting people out of Haiti to attend matches, visa and travel documents and things like that. But Haiti versus Scotland, get-in price. Now, again, this is on the FIFA World Cup 26 hospitality website. $2,100 for Haiti versus Scotland. It looks like the bargain match out of these, these first few, the ones that's happening on Tuesday night, June 16th, would be Iraq versus Norway. You can get into that match for $1,875.
Sweet. Imagine if that was in Detroit, if you had Iraq playing in Detroit, $1 billion to get into that. That's absolutely true. You might as well have just had an Iraq.
If Jordan were playing, forget it. You can't get in.
No, if Iraq was playing in Detroit, that would be a 99.9% Iraqi crowd. If you don't know,
that did not have to travel to get there.
That lived in the surrounding area. If you don't know, Chaldeans are Catholic, but mostly Catholic Iraqis. They're of Iraqi descent, but they're of the Catholic religion.
Mm-hmm.
And next to Baghdad, Iraq, the largest city in Iraq, Detroit has the second most amount of Chaldeans in the world. So what I'm saying, John, is that Detroit has more Chaldeans than any city in Iraq except for Baghdad.
Oh, my God.
And they have to be, by definition, Iraqi.
Yeah.
So if they had if the World Cup has been in Detroit before, they've Pontiac, but if they had it in Detroit, Iraq, that would be a pro-Iraq crowd.
Will the Chaldeans travel to Foxborough for this match?
I'm sure. I mean,
Dearborn, Michigan has one of the highest concentrations of Arab Americans per capita in the United States.
Right. Well, Dearborn's basically all Arab.
Yeah.
But that's where Robert Saleh is from, the coach of the Jets.
Yeah.
But but Chaldeans specifically from Iraq. Yes. Arab is a large, a lot of people, but Iraqis, Detroit.
Okay. Scotland versus Morocco, where Abdo is from.
I'm from Morocco.
Thank you very much, Abdo. By the way, you're from Morocco and you're a huge soccer fan. Are you attending the World Cup?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Yeah, good. Big fan. I guess that's very high.
It is very high.
I'm guessing $2,200.
Bingo, absolutely correct. Nailed the number 2,200.
Because you have two countries that will travel.
England versus Ghana.
Okay, that is $3,300.
No, $2,300.
Okay.
So they're all in the $2,000 range. Now, when you get to the next stage, matches 74 and 97, taking place June 29th and July 9th. The get-in price is $2,300, and then for that, and again, I understand the staging, what this means, but match 97, July 9th, which will be the last match at Gillette Stadium.
That's a quarterfinal match.
$5,250
That's
get-in
go
price.
time. That's single elimination. That's a knockout round. That's lose and go home. So
I'll tell you this, is that all those ticket prices will go down. Don't you worry. These are pie in the sky ass. I got tickets to I know it's a different thing, but like just follow me. I got tickets to a Red Sox game last week, or 2 weekends ago, for $100 a ticket. In the same section, someone was asking for $1,500 a ticket. Like, it's just like people are ridiculous on those things.
Yeah, just wait.
Yeah, just wait. And then when they realize that they're going to have to eat the entire price of the ticket if they don't get somewhat realistic on the price, they have to put it down. I mean,
and I guess the worst case,
I have tickets to a random game at Fenway, $1,500.
Yeah.
Stop it.
And the worst case scenario is it's like, well, I have $2,200 a ticket. I can't afford that. I'm not going. Okay, well, wait. And if they don't go down significantly to your price point, well, you weren't going anyway, so don't worry about it. But chances are they will.
It does happen, but it's extraordinarily rare that ticket prices won't drop dramatically when people realize that they can't fish for people that are willing to spend 45 times as much as they have to. It's just insulting, the whole business. All right, Danny Roach has been insulted by us. We'll explain in just a moment.
You're listening to Toucher and Hardy on the Sports Hub.
Yeah, here we are talking about this soccer tournament, the biggest one in the world, and what you may not know is that you can trade the entire tournament on Kalshi. You can trade every match from the opening stage, the quarterfinals we were just talking about, all the way up to the final, and you can get very, very specific on Kalshi. You see, you're not going against any house of any kind. You're trading against peers in a live market. So there is no house. And the probability changes. That means you can buy in and out of your position, and you can make money without even waiting for the actual result. All right. If you're just interested in a number right now, I'll give you Spain right now trading at 16%. $10 would net you about $57 if they end up winning it all. So there's just an example. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app. Use the code HARDY. Get $10 when you trade 10. Kalshi, Kalshi. Trade the beautiful game. 18 and over only. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Prices, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. For more information, see Kalshi.com/regulatory.
Drink a Blue Moon and suddenly everything feels brighter. Probably because it's brewed with real Valencia orange peel. You can't argue with citrus. We tried. Citrus won. Also try Blue Moon Light and Blue Moon Non-Alcoholic. Check your local store or bar. Blue Moon, made brighter. Celebrate responsibly. Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
It's Master Window.
station. Sports Hub headline.
Peyton Tolley threw 6 shutout innings. The Red Sox won an actual home game last night, 8-1 over Baltimore. Wilyer Abreu with 2-run homer and 3 RBIs to lead the offense. Brian Bayo is expected to start tonight as the Red Sox wrap up this 3-game series at Fenway. ESPN reported yesterday the Sox are aggressively looking to add a right-handed bat to their lineup. At the NBA Finals, San Antonio kicked away a 14-point third-quarter lead. Knicks rallied for a 105-95 win in Game 1. Jalen Brunson, 30 points for the winners. The Knicks have won 12 straight playoff games. Game 2 of the Finals is tomorrow night. Game 3 is at Madison Square Garden on Monday night, and President Donald Trump will reportedly attend. Las Vegas will visit Carolina tonight. This is Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals, with the Golden Knights leading 1-0. Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by Rapid Flow Sewer and Drain Cleaning. Are you an experienced drain cleaning or pipe rehab tech? Rapid Flow is hiring and part of Local 12 to give you great retirement and healthcare benefits. Call 800-286-FLOW or visit rapidflowinc.com. I'm John Wallach on Boston's Home for Sports, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Your next update at 9:30.
Actually coaching the game, or it's just that is. I feel so strongly about that. I can't even tell you.
Boston Talk Sports here.
What do we got? What do we got?
The Sports
My buddy.
With friends like these,
to climb up a tree.
you know.
We're the best friends you can be, my buddy and me.
Now, more of your best morning buddies, Dutcher and Hardy on the Sports Hub.
I'm tired of this world just trying to bring me down. I'm waking up, I'm happy, I'm whistling, and things are good.
Subscribe to 98.5 The Sports Hub on YouTube. Dan Roach, it's funny. We have talked about this a couple times, but I'll set it up for you guys again. Dan Roach, yesterday, we were trying to think about who would wear this fart monitor that we got from the University of Maryland. We have decided that Adolfo will wear it, and he has agreed to. But when Hardy brought up Dan Roach's name, I went, oh, Jesus. Dan Roach texted us yesterday about going to a game at Polar Park yesterday, and none of us responded to him. So I remembered that, and when it was funny, because when he texted, I knew you guys wouldn't respond, even though Hardy's like responds to everything, and I knew because it was so preposterous. It was like, hey, I'm going to a Woo Sox game at 11 a.m. on a Wednesday. You guys do a show till 10. Well, after the show, why don't you pop on over to Worcester and then sit there and then come back?
I did this, or I tried to do this as a bit once for the afternoon show when I was producing stuff for them. I called Felger and illegally recorded him without his knowledge to ask him if he wanted to go to the Red Bull snowboarding event at Fenway Park with me that night after the show.
Yeah.
Just to see even like what his level of either incredulity or even outrage would be. Unfortunately, he was too nice about it, and we couldn't use it for the air. But yeah, that's kind of the same reaction. Like, oh, it's not even a consideration. It's a nice offer, but no, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's pretty funny because I just knew you guys wouldn't respond, and I knew why. I knew it was just because it was preposterous. I made the point. It would be like, he was like, hey, you want to go swim to Block Island? Like, no. Like, you don't even have to answer it. But it was nice, and we liked Dan. And Woo Sox games are fun. All those things are true. The timing of it was asinine. There was no way. There was just no way. So anyway, I opened up Instagram yesterday, sadly right around when he posted it, so I looked like a real loser because Dan had posted this about 4 minutes before I saw it. And Dan was over at the park, and he made this. He's holding 4 tickets in his hand.
Hey guys, it's just a little bit before game time. I have the tickets, so when you guys come, I'll put them downstairs at the box office. It'll be under your name. This is for the Dr. Charles Steinberg suite that we're going to sit in today. So when you get here, just pick them up. They're under your guys' names, and just come on upstairs. Should be a lot of fun. And I'm picking up these. These are going to be specially made. We're going to have them delivered.
He's holding up a Woo Sox jersey.
Up to the Charles Steinberg suite with your names on the back. So when you guys get here, you get a nice little treat during the game. All right, now we're up in the Dr. Charles Steinberg suite, president of the Woo Sox, who joins me, fellas. When you guys get here, he's got a great musical collection. What do you got, Charles?
I am ready. I want Toucher to touch this. Ready?
And then he's holding his crotch.
Which, for a doctor, I was not expecting.
Yeah, that's not good.
Hey, listen, we have fun in that suite.
Toucher to touch this. Ready? You know, watch this here. Let's show him how he's going to jam out.
Now, this is one of 100 years.
Gotta tune that dang thing.
John Lennon.
Fenway 100th anniversary guitar.
A John Lennon guitar.
John Lennon Rickenbacker.
A James Taylor signed guitar back there.
Yes.
Plenty of Beatles.
And even Bob Cowsill signed that second guitar.
There you go, the Cowsills
It's
as
all
well.
ready.
Guys, when you get here,
not to mention a Paul McCartney replica bass.
Great tour.
How about that?
All right, fellas, these are our seats, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, right here in the Steinberg suite. Look at this view that we're going to have as we watch the game. Oh, well, it's they're just saying take notes of the ball game. It's 7th inning. I guess you guys aren't coming, but I thought it was a good idea. Thanks for getting back to me, and I guess I'll see you in the studio someday.
Right, because no one ever got back to Dan. I thought it was a very funny video, and I told him so. Danny Danero Cello, sir.
Morning, Fred. Morning, John.
Whoa. Why am I incurring more wrath than the other two?
Well, let me see, Hardy. You didn't get back to me with the text. At least I got the I'm the last guy on the bench. I'll send you in for the final 30 seconds text from John very late in the game, which I appreciated that, getting back. Freddie, Freddie is Freddie. And then you threw me under the bus with Mark Daniels to ask if there was any thick with the 2 C's questions or anything like that. And what was your reaction to that? And then you threw me under the bus by nominating me for the fart monitor as well. So, yeah. Thanks, Hardy.
It's all done out of love. Number one, and Mark Daniels paid you nice compliments when I asked him. He said you're always good for asking questions that are going to be entertaining and insightful. And what can I say? I think of you as as a peer, as being a part of the show. So yes, your name came up as a possible fart monitor wearer. I don't see why you should be insulted by that.
Well, it's all right. It's all good. It's all good. I'm right back.
Yeah, why would you be insulted? It's not like Nick and Adolfo are wearing them.
I know, right?
Yeah.
The other thing, Fred, it's not like going to swim to Block Island either. It's how many times have I come in on a morning after I've worked till midnight or 12:30, right back there ready to go. I'd be good to go with you. If you said, let's go to Fenway at 12, a 10 o'clock game or 11 o'clock game with you, I'd go right after the show.
That's completely different.
No, it isn't.
It's not in Worcester.
Yeah, but Worcester's a 45-minute drive. You'd have been home by 2:30.
Yeah, it's a 45-minute drive. That's right. Thank you. I mean, it was preposterous. There was no way that we were going to go. I appreciated the offer, and I will go to a Woo Sox game with you. Like I said, I do enjoy them, but I'll go to a weekend game with you.
Okay.
Like even if it was
unembroider the shirt, so we'll have to get them done again.
Okay.
Now,
but I will tell you this.
Hold on. When you put the offer out there, what was your level or expectation in terms of the RSVP? Did you think there was a 10% chance any of us would say yes?
I kind of knew none of you would, to be honest with you.
Okay.
But,
okay.
I just had a little bit of fun. That's all.
Oh, so you were having fun at our expense.
Yeah.
Well, Fred, you were a little bit upset with me on Friday's last Friday's appearance, right? With the
I wasn't.
The line of questioning and everything. But I've had a great week, so I was just having fun. It's been a heck of a week.
I wasn't upset with you at all. I was just pointing out that you seemed a little edgy. You seemed a little more hair triggered than normal. That's all.
I wasn't edgy at all.
Did you straighten things?
It didn't make me mad. I was just pointing out that you seemed edgy. It didn't upset me in any way. I was just pointing out. I was making an observation. That's all.
Did you straighten things out with Drake May at the softball game?
Yeah, Sunday everything went fine. So I think we're good. So we'll see as the OTAs go on and training camp and what have you. But I think we're good.
I'm not asking you necessarily to disclose a personal conversation you had, but did you speak with him personally?
Just as he walked by. You know what I mean?
He just whistled at him.
No, so it was just a quick thing. So
who played in that celebrity softball game?
A bunch of his teammates. That was the big thing. And then the comedian Matt Rife was the other one who almost took out Ramondre Stevenson's knee.
Oh, really?
If you look on social media, just look for Matt Rife and Ramondre Stevenson. He could have done damage to him at second base, but luckily
Did
Ramondre
he slide?
was okay. He slid. He got back, and then he got caught in a rundown. You know what I mean? And he tried to dive to the back, and he took out Ramondre's legs. Yeah. So it was a scary moment. But
even I know in celebrity softball games, one is not to slide.
Diving.
Or to slide.
Yeah.
Not to slide.
And the best part of that event was there were 10,000 people there. It was sold out, and everybody was happy. Everywhere you walked around, everywhere you went, people were just happy. It was like it was just strange, but great to see. Everybody had a good time. Drake and his wife put together a good show. The people liked it. The home run derby, the throwing accuracy contest with Pop Douglas won that, and then the game. It was fun. And people were in and out of there. Fireworks at the end, and you're good to go home. So it was nice.
No,
They did a good job with it.
It's not surprising me at all that 10,000 people were at that thing. This is about as famous as you can get in this certain area.
You're showing them the video?
Yes. Oh, my God.
That's not good.
You see what I'm saying?
That's not good.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah,
it's not good.
So what he's talking about is Matt Rife literally takes him out by the knees. He doesn't, Stevenson's not standing on the bag and Rife, slides in and, hits his knee. He literally crumbles into his knees and knocks him down.
And Ramondre's teammates are like, "Oh, are you okay? Are you okay?" You know, that's the scary part, too. But luckily he was
Oh, God, that would be so embarrassing. That would be so embarrassing. That's the most embarrassing thing that can happen to you in one of those things. If you throw to first base and it goes behind you, who cares? If you strike out, who cares? If you drop a pop fly, who cares? Grounder goes through your legs, on and on and on and on. The one thing you can't do is clumsily hurt an athlete.
Yes.
When you're
Larry David
when you're trying to get out of a pickle like a hardo and just trying period.
Yes. Well, if you're in a pickle, you do something fun, you do the worm or you crawl. Yeah. You do something a little for the fans, little globetrotter stuff.
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Would you hear us just talk to Tom Curran? Tom Curran?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
What'd you think? Pretty good.
Was it awesome?
I like listening to TC. He played golf in the Ortiz event Monday.
I had a friend who played in that.
He was with a guy in his foursome. There was a guy from Scotland who hit the ball. There was a couple par fours where he drove the green, and it was 315 yards, 320 yards. The guy just mashed. TC said they were using every single shot, and they still finished third because you guys know how those scrambles go, right? There's always somebody who's minus 45. That you you didn't get minus 45. You know what I mean? So
well, listen. Did you hear what happened to our golf foursome on Monday?
No. What's up?
Okay, so they had a way that you could bid to play with either the three of us or with the three guys on the afternoon show, and the afternoon show went for $10,000.
Yep.
So they got that hit standing over their heads. So with us, we went for around $3,500. And what happened is a parent got it for their son, and the son couldn't go. So they took another kid who played in the ISL and then went on to play at Georgetown for 4 years. So he didn't care about our show. He didn't spend the money, and he's really good at golf. It's almost a dream scenario for John and I, especially for me, because now I feel no need to impress this gentleman. I just have to be nice. If it was $10,000 and a fan, I don't know what I'd do. I'd feel like I would have to try to be funny the whole time.
But Dan, this is where I told Freddie he's wrong, because you and I play about the same game. When you and I are in a scramble, what is our job, Dan, as members of the team? What are players like you and I supposed to do?
To get one out there straight, right? That's the first thing with the drive, and then play the short game, right?
Or just putt first.
Make a putt.
Yeah. Not even make a putt. Just roll the putt. In the general direction of the hole that goes a foot and a half past the hole so that the real golfers can see what the putt does and they have a chance of making it. And that's what.
And I think, Hardy, you should sit with him, right? Are you going to ride with him?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
As if that was a question.
Oh, yeah.
Because Hardy's good with that. Like, he's really good, like, just being there with you during a golf match. Just don't talk to him, Hardy. Just don't tell him after, like, 9 holes you've shot 39. Just don't do things like that, okay?
I only did that once. And unfortunately,
and then you did it
it was
again
with
to me
you.
in the match we were playing. You did it again the second time.
Nice job.
I like you. I like talking to you.
So you had a good round going. Hardy told you, boy, you're doing really well. And then you blew up on the back 9?
Twice.
Yeah, because Hardy and I think, were partners the first time. And then we switched. And he became on the other team. And he just started trash talking into my head. And it got to me.
Oh, it's real Sodom and Gomorrah going over there. Just switch partners whenever you want. All right. Very good.
Exactly.
And
All right.
very immoral. All right.
Yep.
Well, Dan Roach, sorry we didn't go to that game with you.
No, that was okay. We'll go another time. You're there at Fenway and everything. Bill Wanless, the PR man for the Woo Sox, Dr. Charles, wide open. You guys, whenever you want to come, you're good to come. So good people there.
All right. Well, thank you, Danny.
And by the way, can I say one last thing, Fred? Today, I'm going to the Mass Broadcasters Hall of Fame luncheon to watch my colleague Steve Burton go in, which is going to be a great day. I'm happy for him, which is really, really cool.
What the hell is that place? What's going on over there?
Why, what's the matter?
What is the Massachusetts? Who knows what? Because I always hear people getting into the Massachusetts Broadcasters Hall of Fame, and Steve Burton's obviously very famous. But the names I hear getting into the Massachusetts Broadcasters Hall of Fame, I've never heard of in my entire life. Are you in it, Dan?
No, he just wrote Burton's acceptance speech for him.
Yeah, and it comes.
He
with
held his head in the toilet until he agreed.
Steve will show up at 5:59.
Right, Steve will say, "Is there a teleprompter in front of this stand?"
We get it. Steve's dumb. So,
no, come on.
That's what
Fred.
you're saying.
No,
I'm not.
I think it's well known that Dan does a lot of the legwork for things that maybe Steve is also involved.
Steve
with.
parks illegally out front. He walks in. That's what happens.
He's the best. I loved working with him, and it's been awesome.
was
And
in a
Jack
movie-
Edwards is going in today too, Fred.
Okay,
So that's cool.
Yeah. And I'm not putting anyone down or putting it down. I just don't know what the hell it is. I'm a Massachusetts broadcaster. There's a Massachusetts Broadcasting Hall of Fame. Do you guys know what it is?
I know it exists. I don't know what it is.
You know it exists because they'll say Hootie von Schmeckenstein got into the Massachusetts Broadcasters Hall of Fame. I don't care about
Worked
being in
on
it.
WBZ
In fact,
in 1934.
I hope I never get into the Massachusetts Broadcasters Hall of Fame.
Oh,
because
that's smart. That's how you get in. If you let them know you want in,
I'm
it's
negging
like,
them.
It's
I'm negging them.
it's like joining.
It's the
Augusta
Joe
National.
Mazzulla theory. They insult it, and then they'll guaranteed to put you in.
In fact,
Bingo.
I no, let me in so I can spend a Thursday going to some unknown location to make a speech I don't care about.
Dan, is it a physical building?
I don't know if the Hall of Fame itself is, but I know we're
Is
going
it Vibe?
to the hotel in Framingham, the Renaissance Hotel in Framingham.
Oh, well,
all right.
If it's at the Renaissance Hotel in Framingham, then of course I'll go.
Right next to the Mass Pike, a short drive.
Are you going to go to Ken's Steakhouse afterwards?
You know, I was
To
just trying
smell
to do a
the
nice
rugs?
thing and tell you about my colleague Steve, and you guys just rip it apart. Like, come on, it's a great thing.
I was more. Okay, fine. It's a great thing. It's a great thing that none of us know anything about. Don't you find that a little interesting? Did you know about it before now?
Yes, because I've had other people that I've worked for in radio and things like that go in. So it's just a nice honor to have. Okay.
I guess it's better than no honor at all.
But exactly. At least they know. At least they remember you, Fred. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I mean, it's all the tourists and everything going to the Framingham Mall, and yeah. All right. Well, let me know when it's at Dairy Queen in Scituate. All right. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate it.
Good to talk to you, fellas. Bye, Fred. Bye, John.
All right. Bye, Danny.
See you, Danny.
Unbelievable.
All right. We will be back in just a moment with the award-winning email segment.
Toucher and Hardy, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Hey.
The email bit. We should do the email bit. It's a great idea. Let's do the email bit.
All right, I'm sorry. I was having a conversation with management. It was very tense. I'm glad you didn't have to hear that, John.
No, I did hear it. Jim, I think, handled that very well.
He handled me.
I think he really,
Boy,
really
he
handled
played
me.
you like a fiddle.
Well, I mean, I was enraged.
I see that.
He didn't. He knew not to react.
Yeah.
I was all up in his face.
Yep.
All right. The Toucher and Hardy email bit. What are you looking at me?
I'm watching you speak. What is your problem this morning?
What did I do? Are you not sure you're not mad at him?
No, I love him this morning. Hardy's all aces. You're the problem.
What did I do to you this morning?
Touchdown.
First of all, I wasn't arguing with management. John just made that up. But what? So I let you get away with that. What did I do?
Let me get away with anything. I don't even know where this is going. What is the problem here? There's no problem.
Did I do something?
No.
Be honest. Did I do something?
In John's mind, yes.
All right. John's upset because earlier in the show this happened. Listen for hands rubbing.
So this is the gentleman that'll be playing golf with the three of us on Monday.
So,
now, that's all very impressive.
Now, this is a scramble where everyone hits and then they drop where the best ball is and then everyone hits. So the question is, how much responsibility do John and I even have now? First of all, stop rubbing your hands together, you maniac.
What?
He feels bad about rubbing his hands together all loud, and that's why he's getting all antsy. I get it. All right, it's fine. I'll move on.
Now he's mad all over again. Nice going.
You don't want me to look at you while you do this. Am I correct?
John, look at your friend. Look at me.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you two lock eyes.
I can't.
I'm just waiting. Yeah, I'm waiting for you to argue.
No.
You two are going to argue.
Nope, sorry, can't help
you.
it.
Keep looking at each other.
No, I'm positive.
You know,
That's
I can calm you down. What's up, Blind Scott?
Oh, yeah. I can't stand John. You want me to get him right now, please, Fred? He gets on my nerves.
Hold on. Get your script together. Get your script. I'm ready. Go ahead.
Okay, hold on. Adam 12 is going to be on the Facebook Live page for the WROR Morning Show at 10 a.m. He's going live on their Facebook page. His mom will be listening. But here's the thing about John, man. He's not a nice guy. Fred has always read all my emails. He took all my correspondence. He's never blocked me on social media. John refused to read one of my emails. He instantly put it in the trash. John pretends like he's a nice guy. He pretends like he's this well-rounded character. John has been riding Fred Toucher's coattails since inception of the Sports Hub.
It's true.
I mean, so Fred Toucher is the founder of the Sports Hub. Ron Burton is the founder of the Patriots. That's why Steve Burton is getting in that Hall of Fame. So
it's nepotism. You're right. Okay, thank you, Blind Scott. A lot of good things coming from Blind
A
Scott.
lot of anger from Blind Scott. A lot of
yeah, it's Blind Scott. I mean, it's not like he calls in other shows.
He
and he's
has
all happy.
that limitless resource to draw on. It's really something.
Yes, he listens to radio all day, and then he calls into various radio shows, and he's often angry, Jonathan. That is true. The Dutch and Hardy email segment, if I may, is powered by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, who are giving away free gas on Friday. If you've been hurt in a car or work accident, you got to get Glassman. Don't just send an email. Call all sevens at 617-777-7777 or visit gottagetglassman.com. We have some emails.
Oh, I got a good one here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, boy, I hope this kid playing golf with you is one of those weird guys who completely focuses on the game and shuns Hardy. P.S. Buying fake watches from China is the gateway drug of being a pay pig. You were sad that it actually showed up.
Yeah, Hardy did this whole dark web thing, and I'm not kidding. It's not even the dark web. It was over.
It's the gray market.
Over the app where it erases, not Snapchat.
WhatsApp.
Over WhatsApp, he negotiated this whole fake watch scam with this guy in God knows where over WhatsApp, and he can't read us the text because they have all as what WhatsApp apparently does. They erase after a certain amount of time.
I tried to set it up so I could save them, but it doesn't work. I guess they can be erased on the other end, whether you want to save them or not.
I imagine that's a app for having affairs, but you found a way to do it without cheating on your wife. You were able to buy fake watches online.
Yeah, I got a couple of people who prefer WhatsApp. I don't know why, but there's like a handful of people on there. He's not wrong. If it was all about the chase on this, it was almost like an academic endeavor, just to try and see how this works. Will it actually work? And I was, from the outset, I was ready to be out a few $100.
Well, I knew exactly why you were doing it, and it's twofold. And one of them is you wanted the deal because you had cut a corner, and then you were petrified that you were going to get scammed because that meant you were a mark. Like the watch, the email is right because the watch is beside the point. The whole point of it was that you had found like an angle, and that you were going to exploit that angle. But it was for the whole thing to work out, you had to get that watch or you'd be a mark. So that's why you were obsessed with the shipping. It wasn't that you would have lost whatever $600, $800. It wasn't that.
Less, but go ahead.
Fine, $400, whatever it was. It wasn't the amount of money is inconsequential as long as it wasn't like life-changing money. The amount of money was inconsequential. It was entirely that you weren't the guy's mark, that you didn't get scammed. It's that old Vegas Hardy. Hardy's got parts of his life that you can put into different locations where he's lived.
Yeah. I kind of got to revisit those days and make up for that one really bad scam that I got taken on one night. Oof.
The dog that the stripper left you with?
No. Guy who needed me to cash his check for him.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Well, we've all been scammed in one way or another.
I was desperate.
We've all been scammed. Ben says, hey, mates. So he's probably from overseas. Love the show and have listened for nearly 2 decades. Recently, it seems like Wallach has real stick across his ass. What's his deal? Yesterday, he rhapsodized about his big on-flight, quote-unquote, meals. Someone should tell him to stop. Should tell him eating a bag of popcorners in the last row of economy isn't a meal. Neither is the trail mix he holds in his beak. Today, he's rubbing his dumb hands together like a psychopath. Is he mad that he has no upcoming vacations to drive by himself to Philadelphia to sit at his in-laws' house for 12 days? Might be intervention time for Waldick. Emphasis on dick. Keep him in line. That's Paul William wrote that.
Okay.
I like that.
Okay.
We want another meme.
Sure, go let her rip.
I'm too little, too late. This is from Alex. Fred, while I commend your reprimanding that dumb bird for the hand thing, it's entirely too late at this point. On a daily basis, he brings your show to a screeching halt. I think he means halt.
I'm pretty sure that's right, yeah.
By loudly laughing at his own unfunny jokes or knee slapping or making a myriad of other noises. I implore you to keep his mic off 95% of the time. It will only improve your show. That's Alex. He's at work.
Sure.
If you wanted to know. Did I ever get through this whole thing about... Oh, yeah, I did, about Hardy's golf partner. John.
I got a great one here. As long as
I'll just this. You can do it right after this. John, why are you rubbing your hands directly into the microphone? This is before I ever talked about it. Why are you rubbing your hands directly into the microphone? I got to imagine there's a way to rub your hand anywhere but 6 inches away from the mic. That's just so you know what an a-hole I am. That came in before I even played that audio.
I did it one time, and you called me out for it like 10 seconds
but
later.
That email came in before.
Okay. In that 10 seconds?
Yeah. No, I'm not kidding. It came in like while you were doing it.
I see.
No, that's the whole point. It doesn't matter. Anyway, go ahead.
Here's one from Risto, who sent this at 2:57 a.m.
Oh,
okay. So he was up thinking about this. Robert, it says, I was listening to the show while putting laundry away and wanted to say love the show, listen every day. That said, I think we both know that you owe Wallach an apology. You roasting the poor bird for wanting to bring a cooler to the Who's Your Caddy golf whatever. Treating him like he's a turkey for wanting to entertain the fourth with a cooler full of cold ones for the boys. You can't expect good ideas from a brain the size of a hazelnut. And to go on the offensive when you know he's no good with the whole words and thinking good thing. Distasteful, good sir. He's a boob. What do you want from him? I'll be listening at 6 a.m. for your apology. Good night and good day.
Are you going to apologize?
To Wallach?
Yeah. Based on...
I'm not seeing that anytime in my lifetime.
No, because the cooler on the golf course thing, I received nothing other than Forsberg sent me a stupid text message yesterday.
Forsberg immediately was doing some kind of gyration next to his cooler on the golf course.
I wasn't included on those text messages. If anyone should feel like a loser, it's me.
Well, you can call Forsberg out for this the next time you talk to him.
Apparently, you and Hardy are the only two people that get to participate with those fun texts, but okay.
Yeah, here's an email.
But who had your back on the cooler?
You did.
Yeah,
I'll give that to you. Absolutely.
Funny how I have your back all the time, and yet Hardy's always dumping on you, and yet today you were all mad at me, and I still don't know what I did. I pointed out you rubbing your hands together, and then
you were upset that I was looking at you.
Oh, I was kidding, John. I was joking around.
I think that merited a response.
Sure. I thought you were mad about something I said. I'm like, what the? No, it was like confusing me. I wasn't upset. I was confusing me.
Oh, okay.
I was like, what?
I thought that you were pissed. I'm like, what's your problem?
No. I'm not pissed. No, I'm not pissed at all. I was like, what the hell did I say? I literally couldn't figure it out. I knew you weren't really mad at me, but I was like, what's he annoyed with? I'm like, I don't even know what I did.
Stop looking at me.
Yeah, I know. All right, go ahead, Hardy. Do you got another one? Did you say you?
Oh, just that cooler on the golf course is a completely low rent move. Don't let him get away with it.
Well, don't worry. Cooler's not coming. It's fine.
Yeah, good.
Not going to happen now.
Not allowed.
Everyone got so angry. Don't worry. It's not happening now.
All right.
You're going to have to find your DC somewhere else, Fred. Can't help you.
Yeah, like from the beverage cart.
They don't have Diet Coke sometimes. It is a pain in the ass.
That might be, you know what? That might be a Pepsi property.
No, I'm not like that. They sometimes just don't have diet soda. They didn't last year. I think maybe that's why it's in the back of John's head. But the only and it's a great place, and they're giving us the course, and it's wonderful, and I love playing there. The only thing that's kind of a hassle is that you have to, and this wouldn't happen if you were playing golf there, is that when everyone comes up for that brunch, if you want a soda, which is very childish, I know, but if you want a soda, you got to wait in line with everyone getting drinks. And then when you get to the bartender, they're selling $8, $9 drinks, and you go, "Can I have a soda?" And like you're like a baby, and they're like, "Fine, here." Like they're nice, but I feel horrible because I'm buying a $4 soda.
You're not used to that by now. It's been years.
No, but I feel bad in this particular situation because you're like the low rent guy. Like you want to talk about low rent?
Well, then you as long as you tip them, what do they care how much they're selling it?
Well,
for?
it's because of the tip. Because of the amount, the theoretical amount of the tip. $10 versus $3. Like, you understand what I'm saying?
Well, then tip them $5.
Yeah, I would tip them $2, so the total was $5. But forget it. It's in my own head, obviously.
You need some money,
Daddy. You know, Freddie need money. Come on, Daddy. Come on, Daddy, please. I love them shoes. All right, very good. We'll be back in just a moment. Here are the headlines.
Sports Hub headlines.
Red Sox scored an 8-1 home win over Baltimore at Fenway Park last night. Wilyer Abreu led the offense with a 2-run home run and 3 RBIs. The third and final game of this series will be today. Brian Bayo expected to start. Sox have placed infielder Nick Sogard on the injured list with an oblique strain. ESPN also reports they're looking hard to add a right-handed bat to the lineup. Jalen Brunson, 30 points last night. Knicks won their 12th straight playoff game. They beat San Antonio 105-95 in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Game 2 is tomorrow night. President Donald Trump is expected to attend Game 3 at Madison Square Garden Monday evening, and Carolina hosts Las Vegas tonight in Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals, down 1-0. Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by Vinzo's Primo Vino. It's the best thing in a box since takeout. Available now in Boston and in Cambridge. I'm John Wallach on Boston's Home for Sports, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Your next update at 10 o'clock.
Stay tuned for more.
Kaboom! Did we all just take acid? Take acid? That's unbelievable.
Toucher and Hart. Knows he's talking about.
Like you, Fred. I'm not worried.
The Sports Hub. We know what you're thinking. What could I possibly have missed from the show? It's time for The Stack on Toucher and Hardy.
I just saw something for the first time. Hardy just sent a message to Dan Roach that we're on that was sent with love. So like it is a message, and it says message was sent with love. Like the phone is saying it, and then a big heart expands.
Yeah. That's fun.
Did you just learn that now? Or?
No. I do it pretty frequently.
It's actually pretty funny.
Send it with confetti and spotlights and fireworks.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. I got to start doing that. So you know how we've talked about courtside seats going for like $100,000 to the Knicks games and this and that, and I was like, I don't know if you could really buy them. I could be correct. The New York Times has got a article out now, and you know how not only does Ben Stiller and Tina Fey and all these people, they sit in the front row of these Knicks games, but they also, especially Ben Stiller, are like tweeting and like kind of comedically arguing with people over Twitter, and it's sort of annoying, but it's more than that. It's also a desperate attempt at attention, because apparently not only do you have to be famous to get these courtside seats, they want to give them to people that advertise for the Knicks as much as possible.
Yeah.
So when they're on Twitter doing these things, they're actually performing for the Knicks.
Okay.
The Knicks PR people. So the Knicks PR people will grant them. It's almost like they are slavishly, please love me, like preening around. Shower me with kisses. Love me. They're preening around, peacocking. Please notice me, Knicks. It's rather pathetic. How about you pay for a ticket? You're rich. And you sit like, center court, 5 rows up.
Yeah, it's this like mutual handy that goes on between these the PR people and the A and B listers. It's like, hey, I'll do for you, but you got to do for me, and we just do this back and forth, and we all benefit. Like, what's the benefit? Oh, we get attention. Okay.
So the vibe I'm getting is that it would be literally impossible, no matter how much you spend, to get tickets to be on courtside, that those are held by the Knicks, and those are distributed at their, and they're very, very careful about who they put in those seats.
Makes sense.
Oh. There's your video.
Did it again.
There's your video. There's your video.
Again.
Okay, you missed it, but suffice it to say, play the first thing of John rubbing his hands, and then me saying something. And just now at 9:52, John just started rubbing his hands, and Hardy and I just stopped talking until John realized himself he was rubbing his hands. It's not gonna break the algorithm. No one's gonna see it that doesn't normally see videos. But just for my own edification, that could be the video. Just to show John his own behavior and how he gets so upset, but yet he was doing it. Audibly rubbing his hands.
Yeah, and it's just today. What's it with you and the hand rubbing today?
If it was every day, I wouldn't say anything about it, because I'd be like, just that's your thing.
No, we'd make him wear oven mitts like we do when we're doing 2 stats and 1 lie, so he can't Google the answers.
Listen,
but this would just be to shut his stupid hands up.
But if he had a tick, like a real tick, I would think it would be kind of cruel to keep pointing it out. But we could talk about that. But what makes this so interesting is that it is just today. Like, this isn't something you ever do.
Yeah.
And I've been on the air with you for 17 years.
Yeah.
18 years. You haven't, you have never done that before. In all the shows.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the tens of thousands of hours that we've done radio together.
I was making a joke earlier. I said, what's the matter? Now you got hand tumors? But maybe since it just started... Maybe he's got another brain tumor.
You think?
Which would be really fun.
I don't put hand lotion on, okay? I don't use it. I'm going to rub my hands into the microphone and see if it makes anywhere near that noise.
Okay. Yeah.
A little bit.
From here.
Yeah.
No, not from here. where he was doing it.
Yeah, he was vigorously rubbing those hands.
This makes noise.
Moisturize. So you're saying that I need to moisturize?
No,
more.
I'm saying that something is bothering you.
Oh.
You got something going on?
As my hand to God, I do not believe that is the case.
Who has ketamine? We need to get this guy in a ketamine drip and get him to talk through this.
So?
Just the guy I need to solve my problem. Whatever it is.
Yeah, I got ketamine.
Let me crack your back.
Let me rig you up.
I got hairspray.
Here, sit still.
Lysol wipes. Got an Italian sandwich.
You know, you can buy ketamine legally over the internet to give yourself ketamine therapy. Maybe we get that going. Maybe we'll do that next week.
You drift into the K-hole, and it's a bad thing.
What's the OTC homeopathic version of ketamine? You know, instead of getting Xanax, you can get St. John's wort. You know, so
well, it's the same thing, obviously.
Instead of Ambien, you can get
melatonin.
Yeah, you can get melatonin. Exactly, the NyQuil Pure Z's. Well, I took one of those last night. I'm still a little foggy.
Really? At least that's got Benadryl in it. At least there's something that has been created in a lab in that thing.
I don't think in the NyQuil Pure Z, I think it's all melatonin.
You would not have knocked you out.
I'm telling you,
I've made my
barely
point
with it.
Enough. If melatonin could knock you out, they wouldn't be able to keep melatonin on the shelves. If melatonin could knock you out, at least 4 of us would be taking handfuls of melatonin every night.
Amen.
John would. If they just sold it over the counter and it knocked you out.
I definitely would.
Yeah. I mean, it's human nature. That's what we would be doing. In that book I'm reading, the guy, nutmeg in prison. Mixing nutmeg.
Oh, yeah.
What does that do to you? I know
I don't know. It's in Malcolm X, too.
Yeah, like I'm curious. There's got to be some bad thing to it, or everyone would be drinking nutmeg all the time.
Takes the edge off.
All right. That'll do it for us. Everyone have a great day. Bye.
Talk to you tomorrow. Toucher and Artie on the Sports.